John, what's up, man?
How we doing? Here we go again.
Here we go again. It's
Yep.
another Tuesday night. So, how was your week, John?
Busy. A lot of work catch up.
Hmm.
Trying to get caught up on a lot of unboxings and crap I got. So you know how it is. We were just talking about it before the show.
Yep, yep, that's right. And for anyone who's on our Facebook page, they probably saw last Saturday I had the house to myself, and I unboxed like 5 or 6 statues finally.
Yeah.
It's refreshing.
Yeah.
Um, So, John, I think we have a pretty fun show tonight, and normally we're the two talking the most, but I think we have two very outspoken guests tonight.
For sure. Yep.
And before we bring those guests on, is there anything that you wanted to chat about briefly, or anything on your mind?
Not a whole lot. I'm just trying to get back in the fray. I was back last week, but I still have a
Mhm.
lot of catching up to do with a lot of the new stuff. And so we'll get caught back up this episode.
Sounds good. And one more thing, I still didn't PO that Godzilla, but I'm so close, and the fact that
Yeah.
Sideshow has it in stock makes it even better because anyone who knows me knows that I hate to wait, and
Yeah.
Josh is going to argue against that. But I see you got it lit up, and boy, that looks really nice.
Yeah, I had a little bit of issues with the light up. I just, for the heck of it tonight, was like, I'm gonna try it and see if it works tonight, and it lit up first time. So looks great. Prime One just doesn't disappoint on their light up features, as you know, with their Balrog,
Yes.
and other pieces. It's just incredible.
Yep.
You can't
Yep.
you can't beat it. Just the base, all the way up. It's just incredible.
John, how tall would you say that is from the base to the top of the head?
Um, like the full height of it?
Yeah, is it less than 36 inches?
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Good. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
not as tall, but it's got some depth to it.
Or you think it's
So,
is the base about what, 2 feet deep or almost 2 feet?
yeah, just with the spikes and stuff, the way it lays out. And
Oh
I
yeah.
kinda I don't know if I talked about it last week. On the back side of it, there's actually like a miniature, probably 6-inch Godzilla that magnetizes to the back.
Yeah.
Um, so it's one of those pieces you kind of need to find a way to display the whole thing, and that's
Yeah,
kind of why.
you're kind of
Go ahead.
missing out on that back piece there with that
Yeah,
magnetized
yeah.
one.
So
Okay.
if you
So
can
you've
find a center place in the room, I recommend it.
so you've had this for a couple of weeks now. Are you still
hmm
real thrilled with it? Would you say this is a go? So for example, the Balrog, you told me you need to buy this no matter what, and I
Yeah.
did, and definitely not disappointed. For this one, is this a buy no matter what, or is it a little bit
For
more
me,
reserved?
it is like growing up. I was like Godzilla all the way. You know what I mean? Growing up.
Yeah.
Um, so when I saw this, and then when I saw the diorama that they're doing, I kind of formulated in my head what I want to do with the display. Um, I decided to opt out of the middle piece for that diorama and have him in the middle, and then Godzilla on one side and Kong on the other. I think I'm
Oh,
gonna skip
dude.
out on the Kong bust. It looks nice. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
So
I really love that idea. I think that's fantastic.
yeah.
Cool, man. Well, let's say hello to a couple of our friends first. We got Hugh, who's the first comment. We got Josh McCoy. He PO'd the Vision bus, and now it's my turn. It does look
Oh
good.
dang.
It looks real nice. That
Yeah.
unboxing video was great. Dylan Bryan's here. Let's see. Facebook user. Welcome back, John. And we got Cam's Collections. What's up, Cam? And then Ryan Mistack. And Ryan, this is for you until I get the Jack Stowe thing. He's just sitting on my desk, and the other head sculpts are still in the box, but I'm waiting for the stand. This Goku does not disappoint. That Prime One, but we'll talk about tonight. So John, we have two special guests tonight. Everyone knows that we have Mr. Josh from Comic Concepts, but we also have a very unspoken fellow by the name of Lane Kramer, who is joining us tonight. I felt bad because I told Lane to join us last week, but then I forgot that Kevin was going to be on and talk about prop stuff. Not that Lane isn't a master of prop replicas and building, but I wanted to give Kevin the spotlight, and everyone really had fun on that show. But let's go ahead. Let's bring Mr. Lane in. Lane, what's up, man?
La 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 la. I am here now. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Oh, this is gonna be a good night. Lane, what's up?
I am. Everything is good. Had a 10-hour workday today that made me want to bang my head on my desk, and it was at least I was working from home, so I had a hard object to hit my head on that I knew would last.
That's good. Okay, well that's fair. You might have like
that.
a hammer somewhere too.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I didn't want to send myself to the emergency room at least today.
That's fair. That's fair. You got other things to save up for than medical bills.
Yes. Yeah. Oh boy. Not quite at your guys' range, thank goodness. But just I was kind of told John I was afraid. I'm gonna be on with like some of you guys, and I'm gonna look at some of the stuff, and you're gonna be like, "Hey, you know what? That looks like that side of the room. You've got a big space right there that could fit something. Let's see if we can find you something tonight. I'm sure we can get you slowly pulled in like we are and start going one of us.
Yeah. You know, I think that Godzilla bust actually would fit very easily on that table that you have.
No, you're not going to get me with that one. I actually don't like the 2014 Godzilla very much.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, like Heisei era, like 90s, late 80s, 90s Godzilla.
Okay,
is my favorite series. But I think you got another gentleman who's waiting.
Yeah, so we have one more person who's going to join us, and Josh is a good friend and someone who I started chatting with a while back, and he is the owner of Comic Concepts, and I'll let him kind of talk about that more. But Josh, I've bought plenty of statues from him. The cool thing about Josh is the Comic Concepts is not his full-time gig. He actually literally puts people to sleep, kind of like me. And so we chat sometimes about statue stuff. We chat sometimes about sedation drugs. So kind of have a little bit in common there. But I want to go ahead and bring Josh on, and let's say hello to Josh.
Hi.
Oh, damn. What's up, Josh?
So sweaty under there.
Made you wait too long,
guys? That took a long time.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi.
What's up,
Hi.
dude?
What's
going on,
everyone? Hi. Hello, chat. Hello, people of the panel.
So
I was going to say you got the start there for a good Psycho cosplay if you ever
Dude,
do it.
You have no idea how badly I want to cosplay a Borderlands Psycho, but I also have a fupa. So it's hard to play a Borderlands Psycho when you're not fucking skinny and ripped.
You know, you can get some Spanx for that probably.
Well, maybe some Hollywood magic. Just like wear an abs T-shirt from Mexico or something.
I
The
think
first
that
thing
would
you
be
get
better.
when you get off the cruise ship.
It's hard to try and want to cosplay as a trooper when you're not like 6 feet tall and you are more this.
Exactly.
This.
But that's usually the security guard trooper, right? That's the mall cop trooper.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Dude, so Josh, kind of take a second to introduce yourself to the panel and to the show, and who are you, what do you do, and why the hell are you here?
Hello. Hi. Hi. So my name's Josh. I own Comic Concepts. It's a hobby for me, although the money pays for my collection. That's literally why I started it originally. Actually, it wasn't supposed to be a business at all. It just kind of happened. All my economic skills are from World of Warcraft's auction house. So my degrees are all in medicine. However, my business skills are all World of Warcraft based. Gosh, I mean, like full story or just like why I'm here like tonight.
Well, we've had a hard time getting you on the show, so
I'm so sorry. I know my schedule's absolutely ridiculous, and thank you, Josh McCoy. I appreciate that. I wish actually really quick. I want to touch on that because it's not going to show up. You see that block of garbage over there next to all the Pokemon stuff?
Yeah.
So that's actually a carved pink Charizard base set card out of pink crystal. It was an art piece, and I have all the cards associated with each statue. So I'm really proud of that display. Sorry, I got excited. Thank you.
So you collect a lot of art besides statues, right?
I do. So I actually, it started with obviously Pokemon cards, then Yu-Gi-Oh! And blah, blah, blah. I'm a big anime head. You know, don't get me wrong, I like Marvel, I like DC, but anime is my cup of tea in video games. So the majority of my collection is anime and video game. But I do collect art because I like to display art with my pieces. My idea behind that is your collection is only as nice as your ability to display it, right? So like, I just can't put a statue in the middle of the floor and be like, this is amazing. It would bother the shit out of me. So I try to display everything with either a piece of art or a signature or something like that. So behind me, I have a Doflamingo. And then next to it, I have a production art piece, which of course you can't see because my camera, of Doflamingo from Toy Animation when they were working on the Dressrosa arc in One Piece. My Blitzway astronaut, I have, and I actually had this before I even knew about the statue. I have the original LA Times Man Walks on the Moon for the First Time.
No.
Newspaper. Yeah, so that's right here. If you can see that, that
Right.
newspaper is
Oh,
framed.
that looks so good.
Yeah. So I've actually had that in my kitchen this whole time. One of my uncles was like, you know, I have this stack of newspapers. Do you want it? And that was in it and had to get it. I've got like that Pepsi Perfect release with the Marty McFly and DeLorean. Yeah, just all this random shit. The big thing I started doing, though, is collecting production art. So I collect a ton of anime production art from Japan. I'm trying to see what the logistics are with selling it and releasing it to collectors because I don't know how legal it is, or I don't even know if I have those rights, I should say. But I want to start helping people start doing that. Like cells are a big thing. I have a bunch of season 1 SpongeBob cells because the original first season was all hand painted. So I have a bunch of those. Huge fan of SpongeBob. I have Berserk, the original anime.
You get some good money for those.
One is on Heritage Auction. The estimate is like 10 to 20,000. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. You should watch those auctions.
God.
Like anything Studio Ghibli goes for like $20,000 to $50,000 minimum. I've seen some go for 1.2 million. Akira goes for hundreds of thousands to $1 million. And it just sells. I can literally pull up one. I have a Trigun right here. Hold on. It's literally right out here. If any of you have seen Trigun, this I actually got cheap. I got lucky with this. Someone was liquidating their collection, and like the insurance girls.
That's cool.
It's the insurance girls.
Maryland Millie.
Yep, Maryland Millie. So I collect all kinds of stuff. I have Alucard figure on this Alucard next to me with a Sarah piece. I was able to identify where the scene was in the anime, if you can see that.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Chopper's up here. That actually fell over. Chopper's up there with an original production piece. So that, I like to do a mix of things in my collection. Behind my projector, I have my original World of Warcraft server blade that was auctioned off like 10 years ago when I couldn't afford it. And I managed to track it down. All kinds of shit. It's just, I love collecting.
Sounds like we really need to get a custom-made combo statue of your forager, like using her assassin skills to like split a Licker's face in half from Resident Evil, and there you had a perfect
there's a plethora of opportunity. Like I had a Randy's donut made for my Hot Toys Iron Man way up there. So he's literally chilling in it because that's like my favorite scene out of all the Iron Man films is him like being hungover and shitty in his little Randy's donut setup. I love that. I actually, the collector, I had a lot of PS5s. I have multiple cash flow avenues.
Oh my God.
I'm all out now, unfortunately.
Damn.
But I know what you mean because I own about 30 or 40
I have one
anime production.
Yeah.
Myself.
Yeah. So I love everything collecting. To me, this hobby is about, it's like walking into the Museum of Natural History, except it's your history. These are all your memories and your history, and all of these pieces are what spark your childhood. And it's just kind of one of those things. Like you don't ever leave being a kid. It like if you were a kid and did not have opportunities to get things, have lots of memories, this is the hobby for you when you grow up.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
So I got a question for you, Josh.
Yeah.
So what planted that seed to open up a shop?
Okay. So, and that's where the backstory comes in. So I actually grew up my whole life. My dad had a little eyewear shop, which was right next door to Sideshow's first warehouse. It was a small warehouse. So little did I know, 10-year-old little Joshy started, or 8, whatever. I would play with the dumpster parts, all the throwaway parts they throw in the dumpster. I didn't know they were Sideshow collectibles. I didn't know what Sideshow collectibles was. It was that. So one day I had a job shadow assignment in high school now, fast forward. And my dad was like, our neighbors like sells these really cool like figurines and stuff. Maybe you should go do that. And this was after he like Sideshow became big. He's like, I'm still connected. Go talk to him. And I did a job shadow with him because I always wanted to be an artist, except I'm a shit artist. So I'm also realistic in my expectations of life. I did a job shadow with the CEO of Sideshow. Really nice guy, by the way. And I'm not just saying that. He actually is like, I do love Sideshow, believe it or not. And he was like, what's your favorite thing? And I'm like, World of Warcraft. I thought he was just asking. And he gave me a Blood Elf versus Draenei exclusive at the end of the job shadow. And
wow,
that was the cool. I still have it. It's in storage because it broke in a couple places and I have to get it professionally repaired. I will never sell that piece. And it just kind of got me down this path of like, this is really cool. Like maybe I could do art. Maybe like I can't draw, but I can do like sculptures or something. And unfortunately, I went into medicine. It was the worst decision.
Oh, come on, give me a break.
No, I was going to be a veterinarian, actually. I got into vet school and I couldn't afford it. Then I was supposed to be on the Red Line with Ringling Brothers as an elephant handler, and they got shut down. And then,
wait, for real?
This is all for real. Quick rundown. I grew up doing rescue at SeaWorld with like sea lions and stuff during the summer.
Okay.
This is all real. And eventually I was like, okay, I didn't become a vet. I need to go back to community college after I graduate to do some human classes, and I'll try anesthesia. And somehow my professional title, I'm not a doctor. I'm technically a PA with a master's in anesthesiology, which is prominent on the East Coast. And freaking became an anesthetist. So during school, I was like, well, I need money. How am I going to afford school? So I would camp out outside GameStop every day I had off and try to flip the Pokemon anniversary plushies. And I thought it was so much money making $20 a flip. I'm like, this is amazing. All I had to do was wake up at 8 a.m., drive 2 hours away, and buy 2 plushies. And I made $40. Obviously, spent the gas and $40. But I enjoyed that. I'm dead serious, Mike. I am a PA anesthetist or an anesthesiologist assistant or an anesthetist, whatever you want to call me. Dead serious. And we're going to talk sedation.
I knew that. Come on. I mean,
well, Mike didn't. Look, he's a CRNA.
Oh.
So mad respect to Mike.
Wrong Mike.
Mike Edmondson. Sorry.
Mike's a CRNA. I didn't know that.
He's
That's
a
awesome.
CRNA. Now we're going to talk. Now we're all
Dude, CRNAs are the freaking best. They're way better than PA anesthetists. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys. No. So in school, I started flipping stuff. And my family had an account with Sideshow for years, and it was for personal pieces. So like when they first started, and I took over their account because I wanted some pieces for myself. So I remember pre-ordering the Deadpool Heatseeker, the Spider-Man premium format where he's swinging, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And other I started like, I didn't know there was a collecting community. I didn't realize how big the business was. I got a Sideshow Arthas, I got my Sideshow Deathwing, and then I started looking at forums because I wanted to brag about what I got and with other people who share interests. And I was looking at all these posts about like people who had horror stories of, and this is not directed at Sideshow, just horror stories in general, like with quality check and customs and pricing. And I was like, I kind of wish I had a different source from, for purchasing, and like maybe I can help some of these collectors out. So, I started talking to different collectors and helping my friends get pieces. And I was like, I'll take a $10 hit if you want to get it for $10 less. I'll make like $20 and you'll save 10. Cool. Started becoming prominent like really quick. And I was like, all right, I got to get off eBay and brand myself because I'm paying eBay fees. And the name Comic Concepts actually comes from, Comic-Con, which had a massive influence on me. Concept art, which I like concept art more than the final product. That's why I collect like production art. I think it's fascinating to see what the steps are to create the final product. And that's just kind of how I came up with Comic Concepts. And the logo was an ode to Cartoon Network, which was my channel growing up. That was my channel growing up.
Oh, I love it.
The black and white. And that's how I came up with Comic Concepts. So there's multiple meanings to it. It sounds generic, but it has a lot of meaning to me, whereas it's also like somewhat professional. There were a bunch of other names I had that were horrible. Like one of them was like an ode to Steve Irwin. It just made no sense. But yeah, so that's how I got into collecting, and just over the years, it's kind of grown. And I'd be lying if I said I don't like the rush of a sale. And it's even more. No, seriously.
I know you do. That's why I'm laughing.
I know, but it's more exciting because I love seeing, and call it selfish or not, I don't care. I love seeing someone post that they got something from me, that I was able to create that joy for someone else who I don't even know. Like, I affected them in a positive way. And that's exciting for me, being able to influence in a positive light. So, that's kind of what brings me here. That's why I'm on these talk shows. That's why I tell people to brag on the Comic Concepts community. Every single customer, because right now the site's broken completely, and that's a totally different ball game that we're going to talk about. Like, we don't show up on Google ever. So every sale that I have ever made has been because I have personally messaged someone first. Every single sale. And I have like, this is not bragging. It's just like, I have like 5,000 outstanding pre-orders, which is fucking mind-boggling. There are 5,000 orders for people that for some God-known reason trust me, and I get to bring them this shit. I get to put this in their house. I get to be a source of that kind of joy. It's really exciting for me. And now I'm here. Crippling depression, alcoholic, drug addict. No, I'm kidding.
All right. So I love this backstory, but literally your day job and your night job it's kind of like Bruce Wayne and Batman, because you literally put people to sleep and like
I beat the shit out of people and they fall asleep.
and then here you're stimulating us and you're making us buy stuff and you're getting us excited. So literally you are like day and night.
Yeah, ADHD is a bitch.
Well, I figure it was more. This is all that you have so much excitement when you're putting people to sleep, but because you're putting them to sleep, you can't put your enthusiasm into it. So you have to build it all up, and that's your battery saved up for tonight.
Honestly, though, like, I wouldn't have it any other way, because anesthesia, like 95% of it is super chill.
Yes.
And that's because the 5% you need to be fucking up and at 'em. You need to be up and at 'em, because you're going to be running for like 4 to 6 hours in a code, doing everything you can. So that's fine. I'm very happy about that. You'll know if I'm tired because if I've had a bad day at work, because I won't get on the stream. I can't talk to people. I'll just ghost for the night. I am an extroverted introvert, as someone kindly put it.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Josh McCoy, I wish, but no, because they're not licensed. These are personal pieces of mine. That's why. So with Comic Concepts, I'm a firm believer in only selling licensed product. I don't want to do any shady shit. I don't want to, as much as I would love to get people anything they want, I just don't want to risk, because I've had a batch confiscated before when I did used to sell third party, and it fucked all the collectors that I had sold to. And I don't want to get in those situations again. And I also am starting to learn the value of license, because, there's replacements readily available. The actors can actually enjoy the fact that there's fucking product made of them, which in Hot Toys, you see it all the time. It's actually really fun to see that. So for me, I only support licensed products. There are artists I will always support and shout out sometimes. Like, I'll post, like, I did have a Roger Rabbit Judge Doom that I think is a beautiful art piece. And I I like promoting talented artists that have just, whether they're recognized or not, but I think they need to be more well known. But yeah, and Mike is 95% boredom, 5% oh fuck. There's no in between.
Well, see, if you're in dentistry and you're doing anesthesia, it's like 100% boredom, pretty much.
Oh no, don't say that.
99%. No,
yeah, there's always that allergic reaction where everyone has to shit their pants.
Yeah, there's always something where it's like, when's the last time you ate? Oh, midnight, and it's like 5 p.m. It's like, really? Okay. All right. So, nerdy question: propofol pump or propofol bolus?
It depends. It depends. I'm not going to get into. I was going to start talking about ejection fractions. And
we don't need to go
all
there.
that stuff. For a smooth, long procedure, I will do a propofol pump.
Okay.
For something quick, like cutting off someone's leg, believe it or not, it's very quick, like a diabetic. Propofol bolus. I understand what it, but it depends. You know that term. It depends. I'm sure you've heard it too many times. That's
why medicine is an art. I love it.
It's a fucking art, man.
So we didn't come here to talk medicine, but it is extremely interesting. So this is one. We'll
have a different talk.
Yeah. So, my backstory with Josh is that, Josh would have some really kind of hard to get pieces come up every now and then. I'd like message him. I'd be like, yeah, I kind of want this. And Josh, like, his energy is like, 11 out of 10, like, this is your piece, you gotta get it, blah 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 blah. And Josh isn't a pushy guy, he's just an excited guy. And if you don't know him and you get like 20 responses back from him, you're like, holy hell, who is this guy? But then you realize you watch him in a stream and you get to know him personally, and you're like, oh, he's just really embracing the hobby and the collection. And
he just didn't take his fucking meds.
Or that too. Yeah, that too. You forgot to take your fentanyl. But so I kind of really, and then I found out that Josh was in medicine, and then we started getting nerdy, and then it was right around the time where I was getting my sedation license too. And I'm like, we just became best friends, kind of like stepbrothers. And
definitely,
and now my PO list from Josh is I don't know, 9 deep maybe or something like that.
Not looking good, man.
I know it needs to be bigger, right? It needs to be bigger.
It needs to be much bigger.
Yeah, it will. It will. I need to pick up some Berserk pieces and stuff like that.
I'm just so excited for you to open that guts. I'm so excited. Yeah. I have mine like right there, like right now. I have my guts, the same one I sold you. I'm so excited.
I swear I'm gonna open it. I swear I'm gonna get to it. It's just we'll talk about what we've all been up to, but so you're a collector of these art cells, anime, statues. You have a ton of stuff in boxes. What's kind of like your 5-year plan? Like where do you see yourself going over the next 5 years? Status quo? Do you have bigger aspirations? What's going on?
So the goal of Comic Concepts, which hasn't really been discussed, or it's just so far off right now that it's not that I don't like talking about it. It's just, it almost seems like bullshit because it's so far off. But the goal with Comic Concepts, or my goal in mind, it will always be an end goal, besides a dog rescue, a big animal rescue, is I want to create a gallery where people can come and see these pieces without having to necessarily buy them, get excited about their favorite characters, get inspired maybe to do artistry. You see something like this and it's like, this is fucking cool. Someone made this. And the other side to that is I want that gallery to be an event center. And I want that event center to host events for those, obviously, people who are socially want to play stuff. But, I was a very quiet, I was loud, but quiet in the sense that I didn't have a lot of friends. I was very socially awkward growing up. But I found solace in Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Super Smash Brothers. And the only way I was able to really socialize is to go to these events that were organized for Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and all that kind of stuff. And I want to make sure that kids, or even adults, that do not have a lot of developed social skill, and that's not to be mean, everyone comes from a different background. I want them to have a place where they can come and appreciate the stuff they love and find other people that have similar interests. So different events like that. And I also want to develop a free comic and manga library for those that want to get into reading and experience, these different art styles and just kind of learn about the culture. Because when I grew up, comics weren't cool. Comics were made fun of. I literally never opened a comic until maybe 3 weeks ago because I was under the impression it was not fucking cool or not fucking worth my time. And I'm not saying that to be mean. It's just that was the influence of my upbringing. I started reading Berserk in my first mangas only last year because I didn't know better. And
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
How long have you been collecting statues and stuff, though?
That's the thing. So I played the video games of all this stuff.
Oh.
So, like, to give you an idea, I went to Wonderfest 2020 and I had a blast. I met everyone at the Prime 1 booth. I met the Figurama team. And I didn't go for the statues. I was just in Japan and it happened to be right at the same time. It was the coolest experience ever. I met so many cool people. I met, like, big people at Mega House and stuff like that. That's how I got into production art. I met people at, like, some of these different shops in Mandrake was one of the big sources. What the hell was I even talking about?
Hold on.
What was I getting to here?
You were getting to that that you just started reading the Berserk manga like a year ago.
So I literally have a profile picture of myself holding a life-size Dragon Slayer. And it was my favorite profile picture. I had no clue what that sword was. I just thought it was a prop someone made. And 6 months later, I started reading Berserk. And I was like, oh my God, that's the sword. I held that sword. And that's the thing. I learned so late in my life about this stuff. And I feel like I missed out on what could have been something amazing. And I could have had a different social, it's a big FOMO thing. Like, I'm still very happy where I ended up. But I feel like there are people that are missing out on such an amazing culture that exists. And it's almost an art that's been lost in younger generations that's only respected as you get older if you know someone that's been heavily involved in it. And I don't want it to be an art that dies off. I think there's so much influence in manga and comics. I mean, you look at Berserk. Berserk was the influence for so many different video games. Look at Dark Souls and Elden Ring. Absolutely, 100%. Everything pulled from that was from Berserk. That was their basis. Nobody knows that. People don't know that. And can you imagine how many other people can be influenced by that to create such amazing things just learning about this stuff? And I think it's incredible from a psychological standpoint, the opportunity that these kind of creative ventures create. If that makes sense.
No, it makes a ton of sense. And I just realized that you are so passionate about this because let's see. I love this. Everyone talks about, okay, I want to create a gallery. And I'm one of those people. I would love to freaking create a gallery. I don't have a store, but I might as well at this point. For all the hot toys and stuff that I'm selling. But
your fucking collection is a store.
Oh, it is. It is. It's serious.
You have the inventory.
I do. I have a ton of boxes. They're packed and ready to go, and some of them are not even opened. But I love you're the first person that has talked about sharing and teaching. Now everyone wants to kind of share and show how beautiful the art is, but I love the idea, and that's part of what the Collectors Enabled is all about, is learning. So I see all these like beautiful anime statues almost every single day, and I'll post one up and be like, someone teach me about this. Not necessarily that I want to buy it or but maybe I will, but I want to learn. And I love that you said that not only do you want to create a gallery, but a place where you can go and learn about the manga and learn about the history. And this is actually really true. You're not just spewing words. Josh actually sent me like the deluxe manga 2 of Berserk. He's
I did.
He did, and just like he just sent it, and he's like, "Look, I'm like, dude, I finished 1." He's like, "You got to read 2," and so he
got to read Berserk 2.
Yeah, and I it came like a few days later and brand new, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And then because he sent that to me, I went and bought on Amazon like 3, 4,
all
5,
of them.
6,
Yeah, fuck, dude.
So
now you get the bookends.
They have
They're too expensive. Support someone on Etsy,
dude. It's nuts. But so I think that's really kind of what our culture is all about. And you know, a lot of us don't have enough time to do the research. And so, but if we have people like Josh and John and Lane and others who share what they know, dude, it just makes it so much better. Like, cause
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. You got into Berserk, but you said like a year or two ago, and now you're
a
like
year ago, and I literally
year.
have. I don't have the God Hand. I have too many other interests. But yeah, like Berserk has influenced me so much. Like it's dark as fuck. Like it is not my cup of tea normally. But it is one of the most incredible writings that I've ever seen in art styles. I mean, it is a true gift. It's so sad that he passed away. Dude, a fucking AAA. You
Really?
realize that? He
Oh, I
died
didn't
to an
realize that.
abdominal aortic aneurysm.
Wow. Dude, that's very rare and just
Tragic.
They just announced that the manga is going to continue by
So
one of the main assistant guys.
Yeah, his friend said Muria discussed the timeline to the end, and he's going to do his best to finish Berserk.
Wow.
I mean, they were very honest. They're like, it's not going to be perfect. We will not be able to match him, but we will do our very best. And I can respect that because now I get to buy more fucking Prime 1 Berserk.
yes. Hold on.
Rage 1/3.
We do 1/3 Berserk, not 1/6 Berserk.
No. Yeah. No. Have you seen those figures though? The 3-0. They cost as much as a statue now because of how good they are.
I know.
Posability is insane.
You need to sell this and then buy the 1/3, and it'll probably make money.
Yes, you will end up with a statue and a little extra change.
Yeah, dude, that's so nuts. They're really hard to come by too. The 1/6 versions, I'm pretty sure.
There's like 3 different versions, and they've all sold out every time.
So look at the quarter scale Prime ones. Pretty much all of those are completely sold out. You just happen to find a Slan Deluxe, which
So did you see what the prices are on all the So here's what I'll say about Comic Concepts, and people will notice that on my site. I will price things at the best possible price I can when pre-order starts. Sometimes that's even cheaper than Prime 1, and I will cover the overseas shipping. You will just pay shipping from California. Pretty fucking sweet, right? On top of a loyalty program. But I reward those who order early. Those who order late, I'm sorry. It will adjust depending on the market. Casca sold out. Slan sold out. Skull Knight sold out. Skull Knight on horseback sold out. So guess what? I had cancellations. I restocked them for double the price. And guess what? They sold. So the Berserk line is one of those things which I love to introduce people to because it's one of those lines where it's like, look, it is one of the greatest lines ever created. However, if you do not like it, guess what? You're going to make a fuck ton of money. Yeah. So it's a win-win. And I don't see myself selling any of my pieces, maybe Femto, but like,
whoa. Oh, if you sell that Femto, it's coming this way. But I'm not paying double though. Maybe. You gotta hook it up.
No. That's not how this works.
Yes,
that's not how this works.
Wait, was that some attempted wheeling and dealing behind the without paying attention?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you a price right now, and if someone in the chat claims it first, you're done.
Dude, they probably I know the prices are ridiculous on Femto. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy because it's such a low edition size. And I wish other companies. Do you have an email? So we have a waitlist sign up. I don't want to tell you what the process is. I mean, we have a waitlist sign up, but Comic Concepts is actually the website is going through a massive evolution here in the next 2 weeks. It's being completely revamped for a better customer experience. Long story short, a lot of changes are happening. So I don't want to tell you what it's like buying from me right now when it's going to change in 2 weeks for the better. But yeah, if anyone ever wants anything, they're always welcome to chat with me. Definitely say hello, regardless if you're going to buy something or not. If you have questions, come talk to me. Like, it is all about collecting, man.
So this is the current website, and it's still operational or no?
Yeah, no, it totally works. I'm a perfectionist. Like, people were like, this is so much better than your Shopify site. Fuck you. It needs to be better. It always needs to be better, and it's going to be.
Sure.
So no, it's totally operational. You buy through it even.
I mean, it's not a bad website. I've bought plenty of things from this website, and it's fine.
It
but
needs to be better.
Yeah, and that's fine too. But the other thing I've done with Josh in the past is, like with Jet Power, I just messaged Josh and I said, "Oh, I see you have a Jet Power," and he'll be like, "Yeah, sure." So he'll, we'll just set it up and I'll pay him, and then he'll add it to the website.
Yeah, dude. Anything anyone ever needs, like I'm here for people. That's literally this is the hobby for me. I like getting people's stuff, and when you post those pictures, oh, it's so good. So good.
Oh my god, dude! This is why you're so angry that I haven't unboxed my statues. Because
I'm very fucking angry.
I need to unbox.
I already
Jet
have
Power.
the money. That doesn't fucking help.
Oh yeah, I know. So the money's gone. You have it, but Jet Power, the prime, the Berserk, not just we have the original Guts, 1/3. Oh, you have it right by you, don't you? Okay, well yeah, there's Jet
my
Power.
1/3's in storage right now. I had to pack it. I ran out of room.
Okay,
it's not being sold, but here's the Jet Power, and Guts is right over there next to J&D Joker, man.
Yep, there he is.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I need to unpack. Yep.
Yeah, it's you're gonna shit yourself. Just don't throw out your back with the base. It's like 60 pounds.
Oh my god.
Oh,
yeah, it's a daddy.
Okay.
Isn't that Prime 1 in a nutshell with their bases pretty much?
Just if you get a Prime 1 statue, just know the base is gonna be $1.
Dude, okay, so let's talk about that for a second. So I just had something come in today. It was a total impulse buy, and I posted about it, but I had the Hush Superman Black version come in today. And I bought it from our good buddy Payne, who just he messaged me and he's like, he gave me a killer deal.
Payne's fucking awesome. I love him.
Oh, Payne is the man. Matter of fact, he'll probably be here in like 15 minutes to chat us up. But I was on the fence, but then I know that John, you got the regular sculpted, not sculpted, fabric red and blue.
Yep, got that about a month ago.
And you unboxed that, right?
Yeah, I unboxed that this last week. It's sitting right beside me. It's freaking massive.
Dude, and how do you
turn your camera?
You really like that, right?
I can't, huh?
Can you turn your
What's
camera?
that? No, I can't.
Camera?
It literally would. It's too close.
It'd just be like
awesome.
his nuts, like right on the camera.
Yeah.
Dude, I know we're talking about heavy boxes, but I get home and these two those are tall boxes because Superman is he's like almost 3 feet by himself without the base, at least.
Yeah.
So the box is almost like 4 feet tall and it's sitting there, and then the base box is maybe 3 feet tall, and of course the base box weighs like 50 some pounds or 60 pounds.
It's like double.
The Superman box wasn't bad because all it was 3 head sculpts, the body, and I think that was it, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
The cape. The black doesn't come with the cape.
Got it.
So I ordered a custom. But anyway, dude, are you guys getting tired of lifting these heavy ass boxes?
No.
And what are you gonna do when you throw out your back?
Well,
seriously, Lane, what are you gonna do?
Well, I only have me, so I don't have anybody to help me carry stuff, and I got probably.
I don't have help either. Right. So what do you do?
You can have your wife help you.
Oh my god, my wife is like 95 pounds, 5'2". Like to be fair, she has gotten extremely strong since our son was born, carrying him all the time. But that's only 30 something. That's only 30 pounds. We're talking 60 to 70 pounds, giant box.
You just do it, man.
You all you can say is you said I do to everything, so that means it's a unboxing duo has probably helped things for you a little bit there.
Dude, hold on. What is the worst part of unboxing? Josh, for you, what's the worst part of unboxing? Forget about the weight. What's the worst part?
Outside of the weight?
Yeah.
I think the worst, there's a couple worst parts because they're all equally shitty. It's getting the fucking box. It's getting the styrofoam out of the art box while still keeping the art box in the shipper box. Yeah. Because of those foam corners. If you've ever unboxed some of these statues, they nicely foam corners, but you can't fucking get them to stay. You want to put everything back as it should so you can store it, and it doesn't fucking stay, so it can't close.
I knew we were friends. Yeah, you read my mind completely.
And then the other issue is when a company has a spiky fucking statue part and they don't put it in a bag. It needs to be bagged, then tissued, then put in the slot. If it's not in a bag, the spikes go inside the fucking wall of the styrofoam. Sometimes they snap off and they're like, oops, sorry, super glue it. So that's my issue. And then the most recent issue I had, I think I sent you a picture. I got my favorite Deathstroke in finally. I finally found it.
Yeah.
And I fucking broke it.
Oh no.
Because
Oh.
I had all the pieces laid out on my table and I was filming an unboxing. And I have like 50 unboxing videos I haven't done. I just filmed them in case I finally get to it. And I was moving the table out of the room because my room is like 200 square feet. And I hit the grate on the floor, which abruptly stopped the table, which caused a piece to roll off and just went.
Oh.
I repaired it though. It looks awesome. And because Deathstroke's base is a cracked statue Reaper he's standing on, it looks perfect.
Yeah.
So I got extremely lucky. So totally dodgeable. I'm very happy. It looks even better now.
That sounds like
But-
me a couple years ago. I was unboxing, taking pictures of a signed Claiborne Moore she-dragon with the Mohawk version of her from years ago. And I had it in the plastic, had it like this, and was going to stick it back in the box. It slipped out of my hands and split open, and it went flying. The head snapped off completely, and Mr. Glum like broke into 4 pieces. And I had that thing for like 3 years.
I'd shit my. I mean, and what was your reaction in that? It's shock, and then just the other reaction is, the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, well,
it's the worst feeling.
It went into the box, and I was so mad. I put it in the box, took it, and chucked it violently into the garbage can.
It's that feeling of there's nothing I can do. That is it. The sinking pit of there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
But isn't that the one drawback? Because like I've had 1/3 scale statue. I had a Street Fighter PCS 3rd scale. That was my first one ever of that size, and it was a pain to try and get out of the box. Let me tell you, it was like an hour of pain. But isn't that one of the disadvantages to some of the more really detailed, like the Berserk series? I know the Samurai ones from XM and stuff like that. Is they have so many little, and I don't mean all. I mean, one thing to me that I like about J&D statue, whether you think they're
easy.
2,000 stuff,
Yes.
It's fucking clean and it's easy.
And it's one box.
Yes.
It's one box. That's an advantage of a dumb looking base or a simple base. You don't have an entire second box. You got to put together.
And the thing is, I had 2 reported damages on my J&D Jokers out of the entire batch, and they were all super simple, easy breaks on the same foot where the factory literally puts point A to B. So it was literally nothing to repair. Like it was super easy. Of course, the customers were taken care of. I wouldn't tell someone to go fuck themselves. But like, just like, But it was, I love a piece like that because the weight also plays a factor into a piece possibly breaking.
Yes.
I mean, you got to think that like those 500-pound bases, something's good. You're putting pressure on something on that base. Just pray to God it's not a fragile pressure point.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't know how we fucking do this hobby. Like you look at some of these statues in these bases that are like super detailed, and I just think to myself, how the fuck did this not break?
Dude, I mean,
yeah, like the angel wings, are those separate pieces?
They are separate pieces. Yeah.
Magnets.
Well, the heads, the angel heads.
Dude,
I did buy mine knowing that mine had just a couple little chips on it, which were no big deal.
Well, that's fine. It's a statue.
Or
it's on a crumbling statue.
Yeah. So,
but like,
you go ahead.
No, sorry, I was gonna say, but look at the freaking engineering in this thing. You have like a single foot peg on a 3 foot tall Superman in a rotating base on this giant freaking platform.
Think about how far that peg goes up the leg, though. They're not dumb with their designs. They know what they're doing. That peg is probably all the way up in his fucking torso.
Oh yeah, no, there's no doubt. And keep in mind, dude, the scale on this thing, that's a 27-inch monitor, and it's on a 4 foot wide garage cell, 4 foot by 2 feet deep. Look at how big that thing is.
It's beautiful.
And I just put this thing together so fast, and I was so in awe. I just like snapped a picture with my phone. I know, and this is part of my new room, that I'm starting to set up, which, Mr. Josh, once I have this new room that I'm building, is going to be for unboxings. It's going to be for, like live reviews and stuff like that, because I'm going to have space, and there's going to be space for cameras and a table, and it's going to be beautiful.
You are going to fucking break your neck building Optimus
Oh,
for
I
an
know.
unboxing. I did an
No.
unboxing.
I never said Optimus for a live unboxing.
Oh
Optimus is
my God.
going to be like
no,
over a weekend.
it has to happen. It has to happen. I did an unboxing video. I still haven't edited or anything, but I put them together and thought to myself, I fucked up. Because how the fuck do I put him where he needs to be displayed? He's 160 pounds. Where the fuck how am I going to do this? This just transformer with 500 pieces on him. So I had to invite my friend over, who's literally like a stunt actor bodybuilder, and we lifted it together and somehow rotated it into the Maji case because he's so long he doesn't fit through the entrance.
Right.
And I threw out my back. I hurt myself. I was down for 2 days after that. He doesn't know that I was playing cool, but that's the worst thing when you want to film these unboxings and they're like really complicated pieces and heavy, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh fuck, I gotta put this somewhere.
Yes.
So it's the worst. It's terrible.
There are some advantages to just opening sideshow pieces. That's all.
I've honestly started appreciating premium format figures a lot more because there's 5 parts and that's it.
Yep.
Dude, surprisingly with this Superman, this was only the 2 angel wings, the 2 angel wings,
4 parts, yeah.
The base, and then Superman, and then the sculpt. But this thing, 2 giant boxes. It took me and my son, and he's detracting from the time at this point, less than 20 minutes. So he took the scissors, and I was like cutting open the tape. He's like, scissors, and he's like cutting the styrofoam and stuff as I'm trying to pull the pieces out. Yeah, I'm just like, just don't cut your finger. Dude, you can cut the styrofoam. It's fine. So I actually appreciate this, and maybe I do appreciate this more because of it only took 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops, but it's so stunning.
It's a simple piece that just has commands presence.
Yes. So, and that's the other thing too, where, God, I'm getting a little bit of unboxing fatigue, and I don't even unbox that much, but here's another one that I unboxed this weekend that was also very simple.
Oh, geez.
Oh, yeah.
He's beautiful.
Dude, this is absolutely outstanding. And again, shoulder pauldrons, kneecaps, or knee shin pauldrons, whatever, 2 arms, and head sculpt. And the base had the little, and the sword, and then the little Wonder Woman piece here. Simple, but really well constructed. Amazing paint apps. Oh, and there's the Merciless.
That's sick, dude. You're gonna fucking hate Guts and Jet Power.
Well, I know.
But Guts is honestly the most complicated 1/4 I've ever put together, next to Jim A. Doflamingo.
Oh, I don't even know
There's
what
just
that
too
is.
many parts. There's so many parts. You gotta be careful with that cape.
So here's my philosophy on this. What was I putting together? I was putting together XM Rodimus behind me. And I'm like, I couldn't figure out where the damn piece goes. And I'm like, well, if I can't figure out where this goes, is it needed? Because I don't see any missing parts or pegs or anything. Like, the statue looks great. What am I going to do with this little piece?
But then you'll figure it out, and it's in storage.
Yeah, I know.
Away.
I know. So I always finish because it's a pain in the ass. But I'm really appreciating the fact that some of these statues are becoming simpler to put together.
Yes.
Like, okay, even this guy right here, Prime 1 Goku DX.
I like how you just have a head.
Well,
like, where is the rest of the statue?
So here's the thing with the Goku is you get everything in one box, but you get a second box with just the DX stuff. So you get the head sculpts, and you get like the DX aura and energy pieces and stuff like that. So this is the regular head sculpt that I didn't put back in the regular box because I want to keep it out, because I bought a custom head sculpt thing for all 3 of the additionals. So the other pieces are in the box, the second box where they belong, and then the Super Saiyan 3 is on the statue. And so I'm just keeping them on my desk. Kind of like I have this on my desk, and I don't know why I forgot to rebox this. It's been on my desk for months now. the Tauntaun, from Sideshow. But I forgot where I was going with this too, but dude, I mean, how much time is too much time to dedicate to putting a statue together?
I think if it takes more than 25 minutes or 20 minutes, you're dealing with a pretty complicated piece. But I think it depends, dude, because like a complex statue, as long as it's like the complexity actually shows in the display, then of course it's worth it. Like I look at my Jime Doflamingo, which was their first piece, and all those strings. That thing, the strings alone took an hour to put together. But it's the coolest thing ever once they were put together. Like, it's incredibly detailed. So you look at the Transformers pieces, those are a bitch to put together. But when they are put together, there is a much more... Okay, let's put it this way. Here, perfect example. Okay. This took 2 fucking minutes to put together.
And it's signed.
This did not.
Yeah.
There's a lot. But you can clearly see the complexity difference. And guess what? These were almost the same price.
Wow, really?
Okay? Yeah. These were almost the same price. So that's how I look at complexity. Like I love Mario, don't get me wrong. But, it's a simple piece. It's a simple paint job. It's just big. And I was a little bummed at how much it cost, but because I got it signed, I fucking love it. It's never gonna leave the collection. But
it's a nice piece.
Oh, I forgot to put Zatanna up. Oops.
So this is actually pretty cool.
It's sick, but I'm concerned about leaning.
Yeah,
because like where is this? Unless she's hollow, she would have to be made of like mostly PVC. As long as she's not heavily weighted, this is not an issue. But that's not a polystone statue then. So what are they going to do with this?
Oh, hold on. I'm real curious to see. What is this? It's a fabric polystone acrylic. Okay, but how much of it is acrylic?
Exactly.
So if the base was polystone, but the whole statue was acrylic, that would make a whole lot more sense.
Right, but you're still paying premium format prices on an acrylic piece.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So...
But they kept it at 580 and 600.
But if you can't tell,
it's cheaper at Comic Concepts.
That's true. It is. It is.
Or it will be when I put it up.
So this is pretty cool. Would any of you consider getting this?
I honestly think it's an amazing piece from an engineering standpoint. It would definitely. It's a conversation starting piece for sure. But the lean scares the shit out of me because I find it hard that Sideshow would create a piece without a plan in mind like this, especially since leaning is such like a serious thing in the statue world. Mm-hmm. Like it has literally ruined releases. So they must have some idea in mind about a rod literally just going all the way through. Because you can see there is a straight line in this from her leg all the way up. That is the only way they could stabilize this. And it would have to be made so it's like a rod that I'm going to try to draw it on my screen. It would go like this, and then the entire base is attached to that rod. It would have to be...
That base isn't very deep.
An acute angle.
That's true. Yeah.
It would have to be like a 70-degree angle rod that continues through the entire base in a solid piece of steel. In which case, this will not lean and it will look amazing.
Yeah, well,
I want to get this just to see if it'll lean.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, the good thing is, though, at least with the if you're a fan of the characters of Zatanna, obviously this is price-wise going to be the best one.
Yeah.
Necessarily. But you do have some other options. Now, whether you can fit them or not, like the 3rd scale from Prime 1, and I think XM already has a 1/4 scale coming too, if I'm not... I know they have the 6th scale one that they recently put up.
I honestly...
You have some other options if you like this character that you can currently available or going to be coming here in the next while.
I think this is going to be your best bang for buck piece, though, for Zatanna.
Yeah,
it's going to be this one, or you're going to go all out and get the Prime 1 Deluxe, which is also like absolutely beautiful. It's top. Like if you're going to get a Zatanna piece, Prime 1s. Like if you want to go all out, but this is stellar for people who just want her in the collection and want a nice piece that will show her off. or at
I
least
think
that's
that
how I
like-
feel.
I think their last two of their last female statues they put out show some nice innovation. This one and the Psylocke. I think.
Yes.
Look, the Psylocke.
Yes.
Well, I mean the moon thing is part of the background. That's a take it or leave it thing or something necessarily. That depends on what you like. But I think that Psylocke is for them an innovative piece. Would I choose it over the XM one necessarily? That kind of depends. See this one.
Yeah.
That's so fun, dude. Like the fucking goblin in the corner.
I just don't love the facial sculpt on this one. For some reason,
it comes with multiple faces, though, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You don't like that? Cool. You don't like the wink?
The wink looks good.
No, I don't like that. The one with
the one for her mouth's open, smiling.
Yeah, I don't like that one. It looks.
Really I don't like that one, but I very much like the closed mouth and the wink. If I were to get this, it would definitely be like the wink pose.
Yeah,
with like the rabbit in the hat.
Dude, this looks so good. Is this 1/3 or 1/4?
It's 1/3, I think.
Oh god,
yeah, it's a big piece. Yeah,
well,
but it comes with two versions.
Yeah, it comes with. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah,
That's
what's great though. This is a character. If you like, you have a lot of different options for what you want to do now. Like, that's not going to be an option necessarily, just space wise, because it's freaking huge.
And I do think. Sorry, go ahead.
But this could be. This is great for space.
Yeah. So, and here's the thing with statues like this. I feel like Prime One gives you so many parts, and this is like why I feel like Prime One is like top dog when it comes to like the highest premium, because with all those swap out parts, a lot of these statues change drastically to where you don't get bored of them. Yes. And that is literally my favorite thing about my Devil May Cry Dante piece. He has 9 different swap outs.
Nice.
He has 9 different ways you can pose his arms and his weapons, and it changes the piece every fucking time. And for $1,400 for a statue, I can like change up like whatever I want pretty much forever. You never get bored of that. And it just kills me when you have a piece that's it. That's the whole piece. You can't do anything different.
Question
it gets
for
boring.
You, Josh. Do you actually change your stuff up very often, or you kind of?
I do. I actually do a lot. I wish I had a larger room. You know, I haven't exactly been alive long enough to accrue like enough money to buy a large home, but I'm trying. But yeah, so I will actually not only swap out. I'll leave all the swap out parts and put them behind the statue. And I swap them all the time, honestly. And the pieces that do stay out are typically the ones that have swap outs versus the ones that are a single pose.
Damn.
I just get bored too easily. I always get deluxe. If it's a Prime One piece, I always get the deluxe.
Yeah.
Not even for resale value. It's just I need to be able to swap it up.
This looks like almost it's got too much stuff jammed. The XM with the base, or too much stuff jammed into it all in one spot.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick though.
Yeah.
I don't know the character though, so like I don't know if these are references or if it's just a bunch of magic tricks.
See, I don't know the character either, but what I do know is that we have a Hot Girl Summer, and now Pain is here.
Hot Girl Summer!
Oh my God, it's my favorite opera singer and race car driver, Mr. Joshua Gordon over there. I always confuse his name with Joshua Groban, the singer. So he's and then when I teased him about it, he said he's not only a doctor, he's also a NBA player, race car driver, and an opera singer, and I take his word for it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So, my favorite guy right there. What's going on, brother?
What's up, dude? How you been, dude?
Bro, I worked 16 hours yesterday. I was putting in your hours. Yeah.
Almost. You're almost there.
Yeah.
Dude, weren't some of those hours for me though?
Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty sure all of us on this panel just fucking die hours-wise.
No, I didn't. Not really. No, that was the day before.
Oh, this is the day before. Okay, never mind. I thought I was contributing to too much work for you.
No. I had a big giant server migration at office that I was in charge of, and it was just one thing after another.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah, John, this is yours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, John, you have that?
Yeah, it's a
nice.
temporary resting home for it, but
So did you get it before the ridiculous prices?
Well,
You got a pretty good price.
a couple weeks ago, a guy had posted it, and I had messaged him, and he was like, "Well, I found a local guy," and I was like, "All right, I thought I'd missed out," and I was about to order the black one, and he had hit me up and was like, "The guy backed out. Do you want it?" And I got it for a pretty dang good price for what they're selling for now. So the prices for these are insane. I tagged Mike in one. What was it, like 3,500 or something? And the guy messaged him.
And he literally he messaged me, and then I'm like, dude, I just literally unboxed the black version that I got for a sick deal from my buddy. And he's like, well, how much are these going for? And I told him the red and blue, I think like 22 to 24 is reasonable, right?
Which it is.
You know,
if you can get it at that price, yeah.
Well, it'll sell immediately, and you will make money.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay, you could put this up for 3,500 plus, and wait a couple months or longer, maybe shorter. And someone might buy it who's crazy, or just really loves it. Because I've done that before. I've paid crazy prices for things that I love, but that was also early in my collecting days, and now I've learned that just if you wait just a little bit, like. Some guy like Payne will message you on a Saturday and be like, "Hey, do you want this Superman?" And I'll be like, and I told him no, actually.
Hang on. This is what happened. So I wanted to move the piece, okay, and then he had messaged me the day before when I was doing the show on Friday. He messaged me saying, "Hey, what do you think about this? Because I'm thinking of getting it." And I was like, "Well, you can just ask Josh, our buddy Josh here. I said, ask Josh to put it on the container for you because you can still get it at retail." Save on the shipping, have Josh bring in.
Oh, so I lost a fucking sale in this story.
Sorry, brother.
But I don't like to wait though, so I wasn't gonna wait for the container.
I know,
right. And then
that's the only downside.
That's the only downside.
Yeah, and then so what happened was, something happened to me on Saturday where I was in the position where I need to move something, and I sold a couple things. So I just hit him up, not thinking. And the only reason I hit Mike up was because he asked me the day before about this piece. So it's like, hey, do you really want this? Because if you do, then I'll just give it to you for cheaper than I would give other people because we're buddies. And then he was like, no, he asked me, does it fit my collection? I said, okay, if I were to take a step back and look at all your stuff, I got to be honest and say it probably doesn't fit. Don't worry about it. What I was going to tag it for, it was going to sell immediately. It didn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
Then this guy, Sunday, I'm sleeping. He wakes me up and then he's like, hey, man, I want this. I'm like, you just wait. What? No, you don't want this.
I don't think it's gonna fit in your collection.
I'll fucking take it.
But then the thing that I didn't realize, I was like, oh man, I'm actually gonna lose money on this now because what I was gonna tag it for, I was gonna actually make a little bit of money, and it would have worked. It would have still sold the same day. But because I said yes to my buddy here, and he actually took me up on it, and I thought he didn't give a shit anymore, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, we're buddies. I'd rather it go to a good home to somebody that I care about. So here you go, brother.
And then he quoted me even less the second day. So I'm like, I'm definitely buying it now. It's less than he quoted me the first time.
Did I?
Yeah, he gave me 25 bucks off.
Wait, I did?
Yeah. I'm like, yes, I will take it. And then I paid.
That's funny.
So I quoted you less than what I told you the day before.
Yeah, I thought you were being nice.
See, no, I totally didn't realize that. God damn it, Mike.
You are a stellar businessman.
Oh, I'm horrible.
It'll work out.
I'm like you,
it'll work out for you.
I'm horrible.
I'm putting this out right now based on these talks for all you viewers too.
I'm looking for a Prime 1 Batman Who Laughs regular. If you have it, let's make a deal. I don't want the deluxe. I just want the regular. Okay, I don't give a fuck about Damian. He can die. He can burn in hell. I just want a regular who wants to make a deal, who wants money, who likes money.
Oh man,
shit, bro! I might be able to find one.
Honestly, find me one, but I'm not paying $2,500 fucking dollars.
No, I mean at a decent price. It's the deluxe that's going crazy.
I don't want the deluxe. I want the
if
regular.
You just want the regular, that might be easy.
I am happy to pay someone either in whatever the fuck you want, the shop or money. Whatever, but you'll get a better deal if you trade for like a pre-order or something.
Or bitcoins or favors.
No bitcoins, no Ethereum. Someone actually
favors from Josh. Certain kinds of favors from Josh.
I will pay you in favors.
Payne, you're here. The ladies are here.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Hot,
Sorry.
gross.
What?
Oh.
I don't like this.
What?
But
Don't
Payne,
release-
there's breasts.
You do know I love those.
Usually that's all it takes for you.
It's
There's
true.
even a
It's very-
butt.
I know. It doesn't take much these days. I know. It speaks to the depravity of my existence. But look at that portrait, man. I can't get behind it.
Well, dude, there's an anime head, and then there's
That's
a
not
mythos
even
head.
anime.
What is
That looks
that?
like that.
It's
that
not
doesn't-
anime. It's animated. Like
Yeah, that
you know,
looks
a
like-
pinup. It's like
It
a
looks
pinup
weird.
animation.
No.
It's based off of animated artwork. That's where this comes from. Yeah.
Well, it looks like if Tinkerbell was an orc.
Yeah, like
Listen,
Dude.
why is she so ripped?
Dude,
It
you guys are
just
killing me.
I just don't get the removable butt shot thing. That just
No,
that's
that I
always
get.
gonna-
That
Oh,
I'm
no,
down with.
I get that because
You'd
the
actually
the
sadly be
commissioner is.
surprised how lucrative that market is.
Oh, it's
It-
yeah. You
Oh,
got
I'm sure
schmucks
it
like
is.
me buying into it.
No, yeah, you're right.
You know.
If there's
Yeah.
an ass, there's a dollar sign.
Hey, and if you make them titties, scale 30%,
Honestly, I'm sure I'm sure it's removable.
No,
fuck
not
yeah,
this one.
that-
Not
That
this
stuff
one.
really?
sells, dude. I
Yeah.
don't appreciate it, but I can appreciate the money that's being fucking funneled into these kinds of pieces.
Well,
Right,
like,
wait,
did you
you
see
got-
that?
Hey, go ahead.
Like that Tifa from Final Fantasy VII Jocko pose.
So that went
That popped
viral.
out.
That I saw the article. So that went viral because someone just kind of made a journal entry and everyone else started copying it. There were 4 of that same thing that released with different faces at the same time. And that
different
there are
companies.
hundreds. There are hundreds of those. This is the first one that people have made public, and it's because obviously they're all unlicensed. I mean, that pose, they literally just released an Evangelion one of
Yeah, it's like somebody copied and
It's
pasted the
nasty.
post. Yeah.
and they do it for every fucking character, like ever.
Mhm.
Like there is a dark side to third-party statues, and it's kind of ridiculous. Like they come with toys, they come with silicone genitalia. It is the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen, and they charge crazy money, and they sell out. They sell
No,
out.
not all of them. Some of them are cheap. Some of them are like $300 bucks.
The
or
ones
something.
that are actually like sculpted well and
Oh,
faces
okay,
look
okay, yeah,
realistic.
okay.
I'm not talking about the ones that look like you got them off of Wish.
No, not
Oh.
those. But I'm saying like some of the Jacko ones. Those usually aren't that expensive. If you talk about the silicon ones, yeah, maybe.
Right, but when they sell out, the markets are insane in other countries. The US not so much, but like
okay.
outside of the United States, like
I
in
can see
Europe and China, it's absolutely insane the money that is flying through these pieces. I mean, it
That
is.
sounds
They have
bananas.
like mirrors on the bottom of them.
Ah,
weird.
Oh my God.
Or there's a mirror on the back. Oh, wait,
my
hang on,
goodness.
hang on. You heard it here first. Our boy Joshua apparently isn't into the tits and ass. Apparently doesn't do anything. That's what he was trying. That's what
Breaking
he
news.
just said. Breaking news. That's what he just said. to
Breaking
us.
news: Josh
Dude,
does not
dude.
want a tits and ass sculpture. That is all.
Oh, okay. But he likes
Okay.
regular tits and ass. In case
I
you
like
guys were worried.
regular tits and ass.
Okay, in
Well, that's
case
good.
in case the
I'm
public
very
was
much
worried.
a fan.
It's good.
I'm just
It's-
not a collector.
fair enough.
Not a
I wanna- hold on.
connoisseur.
a little, maybe an occasional statue piece, a little fan servicey look, but not the.
I got
full
Felicia
Monty.
coming. That's probably the most nudie statue I'll ever get because it's HMO Darkstalkers and it's
Yeah,
gonna be a beautiful
that's a good piece. That's a beautiful piece.
That's a classy piece, and they did
Yeah.
such a good job on it. They're gonna start shipping soon. I'm really goddamn excited.
Hold on,
It's
I
a
want
really
an
cool
HMO Morrigan. Can someone find me an HMO Morrigan?
That thing is worth a fortune now.
I
That's what's
know.
gonna happen with Felicia. Everyone's sleeping on Felicia. She's gonna sell out, and she's gonna be a $2,000 piece. It's gonna be awesome.
I'll just buy the Kotobukiya.
No, this is so much cleaner and classier.
I
You don't
know.
need the Koto.
I've
Joshua,
looked
do you
at it
still have stock
and
of HMO Felicia.
What?
You still have stock?
Yeah, I still have some stock of H. I have the white and the black version. The ultimate sold out.
Okay.
yeah,
I like
that,
black anyway.
I'm
I
getting the
like-
white. I think it's sick.
I
I'm trying to
was
figure out what
originally-
you guys are talking about. Is it this one?
It's the
right
cat
here?
girl. It's that
HMO
cat girl.
Felicia, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the one.
it's a beautiful piece. Like the
a beautiful
sculpts
piece, yeah.
are exactly like the prototype. And what I like about it is they actually included a dress to make like for people that don't want obviously that much showing, and it actually looks really clean, and it's multimedia, so like it has a zipper on the back. It's a really amazing piece.
Wait, it's on your website?
Really fire.
Yeah, it's on the website.
And the portraits are fire. The switch out
portraits are amazing. The eyes are glass, I believe. Like HMO is famous for their female statues.
Yeah, their Morrigan's really
Their
good.
Morrigan was like $600. It's going for $2,500.
Yeah, Morrigan's awesome, man. That's like the best ones.
I saw one for $2,900 not too long ago.
Morrigan?
Really?
Yeah, the Player 2 version.
Yeah, it's so damn cool.
I didn't say that you should run at it, Payne.
Yeah, no, I'm not buying it. That's too expensive.
That's the Ultimate Edition, the 1700.
What was with that? What was with the Ultimate Edition?
So it came with both of them and an art print.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I looked at this like a while ago, but it just like for anything I'm trying to collect, and I'm a huge Darkstalkers fan. I love Darkstalkers.
All right, someone needs to tell me more about this.
We're telling you right now. What do you want to know?
I know.
Tell me you're huge fans. Tell me what it's about.
Josh, I can only fit
a video game.
It's a video fighting game from the 90s. I can only fit a total of maybe 13 statues totally in my apartment, and I may be moving soon. So I have to be very selective about what I buy.
But this is a clean one. Like, this is not a big piece.
This is real small.
Yeah, small.
I've already got 5 statues on pre-order though.
Look at the dress. I think I'm gonna just stay with the dress on it.
It looks good.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Lane, did you get TES Morrigan then?
And it comes with like 3 head sculpts.
TES Morrigan, did you get that one then?
The
Tri-Eagles Morrigan.
No. I had the Chun-Li PCS.
Oh, okay.
Statue, but I sold that.
This piece is gonna sell so well, dude. I'm so
No, this piece is a cool piece.
I might.
This is a really cool piece.
Yeah,
I just don't think unfortunately I don't make as much as you guys, so I have to be more selective.
Hush you!
Oh my gosh!
Whatever. You got a PlayStation 5.
I would have that.
Plus, I do have a J&D statue. I have sitting there waiting to come and say hello to me at some point here soon. I'm getting the Catwoman.
Where are you getting from?
Damn, you are.
That's a good piece.
I'll just say competition.
Don't answer that. You'll hurt my feelings.
No.
Wait, hold on. Here we go.
I like 1 tits.
What about half scale?
I think Mike got a good thing.
Well,
I don't
know about the bottom, but we do have some of those ones. The Infinity Studio ones coming, or if you like supersize, like I figured Mike's going to get. I think he's going to get that Sauron.
Dude, I was talking about Infinity
on
another stream.
1v1 scale bust. They can fall in you and squash you.
Woo.
Infinity is easily one of the best companies out there. I fucking love Infinity. They do not get the credit they deserve. They put out constant grails.
Are you guys? Any of you guys getting the Harley, the Margot Robbie Harley of the Infinity?
Yeah, I have it.
You have it?
Gandy, yeah, I'm getting it. I have it.
Oh, no, Infinity.
Oh no!
No, Infinity, yeah.
Infinity, no.
That Heath Ledger Joker, I'm genuinely considering because I originally, when I first started collecting, had the Hollywood Collectibles Joker bust, and I honestly loved the piece. And I'm bummed I sold it because I need the money for like a month of rent, but and that was in school. But my problem is it's so hard for me to invest so much money in a piece where I already have a piece of that character. So like I love my J&D Heath Ledger Joker. I absolutely love my J&D Joker.
It's a good one.
It's a great one.
Great one, yeah.
But like, do I need a $4,000 bust too? It's an amazing piece.
There's a difference between that 1/3 and a 1-to-1 bust with arms. I mean, that is
right, but it's still the same character.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. Do you have multiple characters, multiple same characters in your collection, or do you not do that?
Only Guts. The only character I will ever have is Guts, and that's because he has different armors and different times in Berserk, and it's affordable enough to do that.
But that doesn't really count though, because you have like the Berserker armor, you have which they haven't made. You have basically the Black Swordsman. They need to make a Golden Age Guts. I think that would be amazing.
They will. They absolutely will. Now that like the stuff is continuing, but To answer that, then no, I will never ever have 2 of the same character in my collection. I feel I have, and this is personally for me, I have far too many interests. Like half of my collection is in
we all
storage
do.
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Me too. I have too many IPs that I like. Yeah.
Like your Superman Hush. Are you gonna get another Superman Hush?
Well,
are you gonna get the red and blue on top of the black?
I don't think you need. I like the black.
You don't
That's
need
why I got it.
to.
You don't
No.
need
You
to,
don't
and
need
you
to.
don't need the red and blue. It's
But-
overpriced.
but hold on. For anyone doing the Dark Knight's metal line, here's one that you can get. Is it on your website?
Which
Let me
one?
check. Hold on.
They should all be there unless it's sold out.
Is it the
Oh, even
King
still,
Batman
it'll
Who
still be
Laughs?
here. Oh, here it is. Boom.
Yeah, anything Prime 1 I sell. Like as long as it's in stock at Prime 1 or pre-order, I can get it for you.
Now this I would get.
That thing is going to be insane.
This thing
That-
is
but
going
that's
to be
not-
a beast.
But that's like comparing Black Swordsman guts to Berserker armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
like
True.
this is a
different-
completely different
This is
Superman.
completely
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
He's got
yeah.
fucking armor. Like
Okay.
he's standing on a pile of skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
true.
heat
Okay, never
vision.
mind.
This one's really cool. I like this one.
Dude,
Yeah,
this is
this is a completely different soups.
yeah.
Did they just announce this one?
No,
No,
it's been
it's
around
over
for a
a year.
while.
Yeah, it's been over a year.
Well, I know. I forget. I see. I saw Q1 2023, and I go,
All
oh
of-
wait, I forgot that they take 10 years to come out.
All of
Yeah,
these
this
are
will-
close to selling out, by the way. Like he is going to hit waitlist very shortly at my site and Prime 1. Like,
I believe it.
like once stock is gone, it's gone. Like I try to order extra shit as much as possible, but
Mhm.
like shoot, the last time I did that, or it happens all the time. Like the Gandalf and Balrog sold out the second I placed my order. Like I took the stock.
That's a grail. That thing is
Yeah.
amazing.
That thing is gonna be so cool when it comes in.
Yeah, this
All of it, Sauron coming in, like Prime 1's amazing. I love their shit.
I think the
Dude.
first Prime one I'm going to get. Well, I've got the quarter scale, but the first third scale I think I'm going to end up getting is going to be the Punchline.
Really?
really.
Yeah, because I've been looking at that one for a while, but I probably won't pre-order it until I think the earliest July. I'm hesitant to pre-order some of these chassis that can get delayed for 2 years because it's hard for me as a person. Will I still be interested in that piece 2 years from now? It's the same problem I have sometimes with Hot Toys.
Yep.
Where it's taking a year and a half. Like Punchline. Now she's a little bit different than we're talking about. Superman, Batman, even Harley Quinn and stuff who have multiple.
But
Sorry, go ahead.
but are you a fan of Punchline?
Yes.
The character or the statue?
This probably more the statue.
Because you just said you love Darkstalkers, but you don't have room for Felicia. You love Darkstalkers and you don't have room for Felicia. I'm not
I
saying
do
this to
love
be
Darkstalkers.
mean. I'm not.
Boo.
I'm not saying this to be mean.
But
I want you
no.
to be happy.
No.
Oh my God.
But the thing is that I'm putting a lot of my focus for my statue collecting on Batman and Star Wars.
Okay. All right. But if you have to think about it at that money, I feel like it's one of those things you don't need. Maybe not right now until you get to know the character better. Because you know what's
I've read everything
worse?
she's been in the comics, but I have a concern for her character. Is
Okay.
like she's a little bit different than like all the things you've been talking about with Batman, Superman. They're different versions, but they're always going to be different Batman, Supermans, whatever.
Correct.
She is a character who I could see because she's so new that none of the creators of the next 5 years could use her at all, or they're going to reboot the universe or whatever the hell they. Because I read the comics, like I'm still an active comic reader. That's my primary. That is the primary way, even though they make it really hard to read stuff these days. That's how my main connection is to the characters.
Just
not the live action
remember,
stuff.
if you
As
buy
well as get the
Punchline, you're passing on something else that you might love, right?
Yeah,
That's true.
Be careful.
Mhm.
well, that's
You
why I
know-
haven't ordered yet. I've been keeping my eyes out to see other stuff because
That's right.
like one I recently looked at quarter scale that I like, the King Batman Who Laughs. I think that statue coming.
That
from
thing's pretty
X-Men
sick.
looks pretty cool. Now he is literally in that form, like that look, that form, which is completely comic based, for I think maybe 2 issues before he.
And then that's it?
Yeah, he was in Flash Forward #7, which was a Wally West like kind of own miniseries to help fix the destruction of the character back from Heroes in Crisis. And I see, I'm trying to remember back here because it's been a while. because I didn't love Dark Knight's Death Metal a whole lot. I think that, yeah, I know that's also I think he was the first issue of Dark Knight's Death Metal or the second one, and it's from there on he got a different form that was really effing stupid that I hated.
Oh,
but so that form is actually probably of the Batman Who Lulls is my favorite look to him because of the armor and that piece. But it's $1,000.
Oh yeah, Asuka.
Yeah, Asuka. I love that too.
Asuka Lang.
Okay, hold on. So, first of all,
I'm not going to try it off here.
Hold on. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on right now. We have about like 20. Well, we had 21 people watching live. If you're watching live, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up, subscribe. Do all the fun things, please.
Dislike.
You can dislike, whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as you click something. So go ahead and give this video a click and like it because I'm having so much freaking fun. And I feel like every week these shows just kind of elevate and they get crazier and crazier and we have crazier people. And, not that we're trying to make anything of it, but I'm kind of like Josh. I want to like just bring people in who want to have a good time, who want to kind of get the escape from life a little bit, who have like a stressful job or work 16 hours a day.
Depression.
Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need that. We don't need that. If you don't need medicine either, you just need to come hang out with us.
That's right.
That's it. So I want to do one thing because Ryan's here tonight, and Ryan needs to get on.
Josh one day. I'm gonna roofie Josh one day.
What the fuck?
Very easy. I'll supply you with the medicine. It's fine.
Just gonna roofie him one day because we're pals, man. I guys gonna roofie you when we hang out.
You heard it here, folks. Payne is going to roofie Comic Concepts. The story is unfolding as we speak.
Not the store, just you.
Yeah, just
your store's gonna be fine. We'll take it over temporarily.
That proper 15% discount he needs on that next Prime One statue.
So hang on a second. Ryan's here tonight. Ryan needs to come on the show at some point because we need to have a Dragon Ball Z centric show. But I just want to. It can't be a live stream without a little bit of Dragon Ball Z. Here's the Prime One Goku in all of its glory, dude. This is the best Goku ever. Okay,
that's
huge. It's Mega House's first statue project. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they destroyed it.
They killed it.
It's so good that I immediately messaged. Well, you don't carry these, right? Well, it's long sold out.
Yeah, it's sold out.
So I messaged. I checked your website, and then you didn't have it. So I messaged Todd, and I'm like, Todd, do you have a Vegeta? And he's like, I have one, and I'm like, just do. I want it. So, I need to have the Vegeta alongside this Goku. But okay, for anyone wondering. This is not overscaled. So that's the KD next to it. The KD is a little underscaled because look at this KD versus the Frieza right here. Frieza is actually difference. Oh yeah, huge difference. So
Frieza's supposed to be small.
Yeah, Frieza's very short. And in the fourth form, he's actually that's about right, I think, for quarter scale. So this Goku by Prime One is legit.
Is it quarter scale or third?
It's quarter, but that's my point is that the KD is definitely underscaled as a quarter scale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because look at this Piccolo. So this is Piccolo KD, and I think it's scaled perfectly. And this thing has so many freaking switch outs, so many.
Is it scaled
torsos.
correctly? Because Piccolo is larger than Goku.
Yeah, this is scaled correctly because the height from the base to the top of this shelf here is about 25 inches plus 1 inch for the shelf, and he's about 1.5 inches to 2 inches above that shelf. So this is a tall guy. Yeah, he is. This is about as perfect a Piccolo as it gets.
Piece. That's so. It's a really clean piece. I love that.
Everyone in the DBZ community, as far as that I've talked to, they said that this is the current Piccolo to get. And dude, I love and this is to me. I love when. Piccolo, he's usually, you see him like this most of the time when he's just kind of grumpy and, Papa Piccolo training Gohan. And then all of a sudden he gets into a fight and he takes off, his weighted vest, his weighted pauldron, his weighted hat, and he tosses it and it hits the ground. It's like, boom. Yeah. And a rock breaks in half or something. So
Something
to me-
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, to me, this is super iconic in my mind. But the cool thing is that the cape here, where he's throwing it in the hat, you could totally just take that off, and you see the little rock piece by his left foot here. You know, that's a pegged piece, and you just put it right on top where the cape goes. So again, lots of switch outs, and then you could have
Nice.
you could put Grumpy Piccolo on the body. You could put Piccolo with the regenerating arm. Dude, it's just
That's
this is a
pretty
nice
insane.
piece. This is good. I think that Mr. X, I don't know if he's sold it yet, but he was selling one of these for like 800 or 850 shipped. If it's not
Wow.
sold and you want a Piccolo, go to Mr. X's channel right now and see if it's not sold, because that is a steal. So anywho, here's our Dragon Ball Z portion for the night. Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
It's classy,
Is
man.
that him from movie 12? From his fight against Janemba?
Well, it's
I think it's
Super
just
Saiyan-
generic.
It's
like-
generic
Yeah.
Super Saiyan 3, yeah.
Okay.
Because I do
Or he
have.
doesn't use in Super ever.
What was that?
I said a form he never uses at all practically in Super in Dragon
Oh
Ball
yeah,
Super.
no, he only uses Super Saiyan 3 in the world of I forgot what it's called, the tournament
Otherworld.
of
Yeah,
like-
well, once.
he shows it to Kefla,
Caulifla and Cal.
Caulifla, yeah, and he's like, this is Super Saiyan 3, but I can't use it because it's super high energy, it draws a lot, and then like he just can't stand it for long, versus for some reason Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue, he could just maintain. I guess it's a more energy efficient, kind of like a new Apple M2 processor, you know. I don't know. Anyway,
God.
sorry, we're getting real nerdy here.
That's
So
funny.
that's our Dragon Ball Z thing, but I want to go back to this for 1 second, because all right, do you guys ever just see a statue that you literally know nothing about, but it's striking, and you're like, I kind of want this, just because it's cool?
Yeah, Guts the Black Swordsman.
Oh, okay, well, I always thought the Guts, and I'll get people messaging me being like, hey, Berserk statues are so cool, I really want to get into them. And it's like, dude, just read a little
Pretty
bit.
fucking easy.
Yeah, it's super easy. Watch the YouTube, watch the Netflix 3 movies. I know people don't. Yeah, okay, whatever. It's a good way to get into it quick. But dude,
I like this. They did an accurate representation of Asuka.
this is really cool.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
This,
what, I
this
mean,
it's a
and the
clean
Ray
piece.
is, yeah,
They're
accurate.
very
accurate,
clean.
Yeah, accurate to the anime, accurate to the manga, and not over sexualized. It's really good.
Yeah.
I like it.
so what is she sitting on?
That's
Plug-
the
Their plug suit. That's how they.
Yeah,
That's what they go into to control their Evangelion units.
Evangelion.
Their
yeah,
EVA
they're
units.
Evas. Yeah,
Okay, so with
Like a
this
cockpit.
pair,
So that's inside the robot.
the Eva. Yeah,
Yeah, so that is her cockpit basically.
so this would be a pretty awesome piece to pair with like a
Absolutely.
the
With
angels
like
or the bad
an EVA
people?
unit.
The
Yeah,
EVA
it
unit.
would
yeah.
look
Like
sick.
eventually, I'm gonna get this set, and I'm gonna get Asuka. I'm gonna get Ray, and then I'm gonna get the Night Battle Eva 01, the new one.
Oh yeah, you told me to get that one.
You know I have the original release. I have a couple left.
Wait, hold
The
on.
original Night Battle, the earlier version of
original
Eva 01.
EVA 1.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad to see they're doing this, because the last time I remember seeing them trying to do anime stuff was like the Gans figures, and those were a little bit different.
Those were
What they were showing.
interesting.
those were like
They didn't
Hey,
even
I like
offer
that
a clothed
manga.
option.
Hey, I like
Oh,
those.
jeez.
I know you do.
Well, I know I didn't have a problem with them looking, but I was like, I don't remember that running around like that in the manga. I must
So-
be missing something.
So let me ask you guys this. If
Okay.
you were to pick an EVA unit, and I'm going to give you the three, because Toshi mentioned the Night Battle, would you take the original, the Night Battle, or the Josh Nizzy version?
Like all the
I have no
different
idea.
paint jobs.
So the
But I
Josh
also really
Nizzy
like
one is
this.
the one that looks like a Transformer. Like it's like they adapted Transformers to Evangelion.
Yep.
That's the Josh
I like
Nizzy
that.
one. And then the original ones are the one where he's running through the city and it's anime looking.
Yeah, I like the Evo 2 as well.
I don't
Yeah,
know
this
which
is-
one I would pick. If you could only pick one, which one would you pick?
Oh yeah, it'll be Night Battle for me if I could only
Really?
pick one. Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked because
The-
that's
the
actually the
Josh-
least popular of the three.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad piece at all.
No,
It's
not this
awesome.
one. The new one, the 10th anniversary version.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, is it the least popular?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I like it, so I don't care.
And that's fine. I think that's amazing. I just think it's interesting.
Yeah,
So-
that's the one that he has for 1469. That's unit 13. That's a wrong. That's a different.
Okay,
yeah,
hold on.
stupid.
No, go
Hold
back.
on, hold on. This?
Isn't 13,
Alright,
wasn't
that guy, yeah. That's
Dude,
the
I
one
think
that I
this
want.
is amazing looking.
That's what
I love
want.
this.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh,
got
but-
he's dragging an angel. That's what I like about it.
Yeah. So that's the one you'd pick.
That's what
'Cause
I pick.
I
Yes.
still have an exclusive of the Josh Nizzy, and I haven't opened it yet. And I fucking love the piece, but I have nowhere to put it.
Dude, I think this is beautiful.
I know. It's
Okay, so
damn cool.
Josh, what don't you like about this one versus the other one?
There's nothing I don't like about. Actually, you know what? I will give you an accurate opinion right now on which one I
Okay.
like more. Let me pull it up because I haven't compared the two. I just know they're.
Paint jobs. The
So
only
there's
difference,
4
I think.
different Eva ones from Prime 1. There's the
Right.
anime, and then there's the Josh Nizzy, and there's Night Battle versions of both of them.
Correct.
Yep.
And I also like this Evo 02 a lot.
This
The
one right here?
Evo 02
Look it
DX.
up
That's an awesome one because
This
it's
is
got
pretty
the
sick
extra
looking.
gun. The only thing that I'm pissed off about is that not pissed off, but it doesn't have the spear. It's supposed to have the spear of Longines or whatever for this Eva. This Eva needs to have the spear, but they didn't put the spear in. So-
Mm.
Okay.
And that's Asuka's Eva, by the way, Mike.
Oh, that's
the red-
okay. Yeah, the red one.
The Evo 02, that's Asuka's Eva. 13
So-
is
Okay.
Maki's Eva, yeah.
I think
Yeah,
the Night
This
Battle
looks amazing too.
looks great, but I like the original more because I like colors that pop. It's not that the Night Battle is bad because it's totally true to what it's saying. It is a nighttime version of it, but I feel the color variations pop more on the non-Night Battle. But again, that's because I like colorful pieces. Because
So that means
Yeah.
the one you have on the store, you're going to keep for yourself then.
I don't know
Mhm.
if it sells for 2K. I mean,
Yeah.
it's brand new sealed, and I have nowhere to put it right now. So if it sells, let someone enjoy it. I'll hunt it down another time.
Yeah, these are pretty cool.
I know. And this is Josh Nizzy. He also did the Justice Buster. He worked on the Transformers, both on the film and the statues, I believe.
nice.
So he
Mm.
applied his talents to the Evangelion piece and the Justice Buster.
Okay,
I think
let's
that's
talk about
amazing.
this Justice Buster for a second. Let's talk about it.
Excuse
All
me.
right, Lane, here we go. Talk to me.
Well, this is I am getting the advanced suit Batman from this
Okay.
for the 655. It
Okay.
is going to be my primary quarter scale Batman. I absolutely love the suit for this one. But in fact, it has the LED lighting in the front, even though it's only minor, and just I really like the kind of. I know a lot of people don't usually seem to like the armor aesthetic sometimes, like from Arkham Knight and stuff, where you had kind of a more armored feel to the Arkham series.
Mhm.
I just really think the Justice Buster is cool. Although this is just a concept, isn't it? This is not.
Yeah,
actually
it's not canon at all.
Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing something like it. I think the Justice Buster itself is cool.
Sure, you have. It's the Hulk Buster for DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They know exactly where they got the idea.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this that Batman's going to be the centerpiece of my quarter scale Batman stuff that I'm setting up right now.
Okay, so if it's going to be the centerpiece of your quarter scale Batman, why wouldn't you get the accompanying Justice Buster? And I think
We
it's
can't.
cheaper technically to get both instead of getting them separately.
Because it's $3,000 and I only want to $55.
Okay, that's fair.
And
But
I literally couldn't fit the Justice Buster.
it's not that much bigger, is it?
It is. It's really
Is it?
big.
Way bigger, bro.
Dude,
They have a picture.
It's like
of it,
Queen
the
Hulk
Batman in
Buster
front of it.
size. It's like
Oh,
a
it's that
40
big?
inch. It's a Queen Hulk Buster size piece. This is like 4-box situation.
oh god.
Yeah, this is like a 40 by 35 by 37 kind of deal. Same
Yeah,
same
it's
size.
kind of a daddy.
Yeah.
See how big the
Hmm.
Batman's about 21 inches tall without having a huge, rising
Jesus
base or anything
Christ.
like that. That's what I mean. That thing is.
It's actually now, and I'm not saying this to sell. I'm saying like price wise, that's actually pretty sweet for the size of this thing.
I mean, that
Yeah.
is true
The
because
shipping is going to probably be brutal though.
yeah, but Josh
Yeah.
has good shipping. For legitimately, like
Yeah.
cross country shipping to East Coast, not too
And I
bad
cover
for
the
jet
overseas.
power.
I mean,
Yeah.
what is this, like 800, 900 from Prime 1 right now? It's going to be 1,500 when it releases, and it's probably going to be like 500 from me.
Yeah, I'm sure it's ridiculous, but okay, it's not a bad price because you get 2 statues, and then the Queen Studios Hulkbuster, the new one that's coming out hopefully this year, maybe next year, I think is like over $3,000 just for the Hulkbuster.
Yeah,
I think, right?
What,
I believe
for
so.
Hulkbuster for Queen?
I think it's
Yeah, Queen.
3,500.
I think that sounds right.
32, 33 before shipping.
When was that one? I mean, we have to. This one, if it was, but this one was announced quite a while ago, wasn't it? Like almost a year ago. Or more?
Yeah, but
This
even
one-
still, I mean, parts are not that expensive in China. You know what I mean? They're just kind of hopping on that inflation train for as long as they can.
Yeah.
This one
It's
we've got
true.
production
I mean-
ready. It's going to be out soon.
My one thing with this is I don't really like any of the alternate head sculpts. The mask sculpts that come with them. I don't like really any of the ones.
You're weird, man.
Dude, these are sick.
You don't want Felicia. You want Punchline. I'm just kidding.
Dude, these head sculpts are amazing. You don't like them?
Just something I don't know. I don't think
That
I like
helmeted one is sick, like the visor.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's.
I love the
I don't know.
visor
They just don't speak to me.
Really?
Yeah, so
Is there
this
like
is what
any
we got.
reason?
You guys are like, you will like it, damn it.
No, but is there
no.
any reason
okay.
other like why does
I
it
don't
not
know.
speak to you versus the piece itself that speaks
Because
to you?
That's a
I
good
like
question.
I like the original where you can see his face and his mouth without any covering on it.
Okay.
I want to see Batman in the cowl in my Batman statue.
Got
Not
it.
necessarily.
Okay, hold on. This is your only
armor
primary Batman, right?
Yeah, because I'm.
Then that makes sense.
I can mostly fit quarter scale. Like
You-
so
no,
I'm
you
only
can't
doing
do-
a few third scale.
Can you not do a 3rd scale Batman?
Well, I think guys, just to give you an idea, you know where I can fit 3rd scale? See on top of that bookshelf right there?
Hold
That is
on.
literally that is the only spot I have in my apartment that I
So
can
you
fit
have
third
a
scale.
spot.
Dude,
Yes.
you have a spot right
That's
next to
why.
your
You have a
TV. Move those
spot.
troopers. Dude,
Move
move
that
the
to
PS5.
PlayStation.
Where my
Move the
cat-
troopers.
Put the
Where-
PlayStation in the cabinet. Nobody needs to see it. It'll still
You can
play.
easily.
Where my
You could
cats
fit a
will walk
Hush
by
1/3
and knock
Batman
down.
right there.
Your cats can go. You can put them in
Yeah.
the cabinet
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Oh my god.
But that's where that is where Catwoman will be going, and that's
Okay.
where I had my previous I
Okay.
literally this is where my collection setup is. I got
So,
there.
Let me
Go ahead.
let me ask you something about your Catwoman. Have you ever had a silicone sculpt piece
Nope.
before?
Oh.
You need to absolutely have a case for
Yeah.
these silicone sculpted heads. They are like gummies, and you do because dust sticks to them like glue, and it's impossible to get off.
That is true. What's up, Warren?
Yes. You should absolutely think about getting some kind of coverage, even temporarily. Even a detolf will do. They actually fit in a detolf. I would think about that before you open your piece because it's very hard to clean it once it's dirty.
Wait, John.
The face is like a
where do you have your-
gummy.
Where do you have your Wonder Woman, John?
It's just sitting out here next to J&D Joker.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, my Joker's right here too. Just chilling.
Yeah,
he's there.
It's right behind me. He's just chilling.
yeah.
He says,
Land-
"I love the open
It
air."
is a strong suggestion. Like
Well,
I even have
yeah.
pieces that are
He-
not.
he's
I
not
get a
wrong.
lot. I get a lot of dust buildup. I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm
Yeah.
not.
Wait,
guy.
John, you have J&D Wonder Woman?
Yeah, I got it from Mike.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
a beautiful piece. I love that one.
Yeah.
Dude, we still need to
and
finish that trade.
I'm trying to get Lane to send me Catwoman too, but
Oh, do it.
Well, hey, you
Wait.
know, I literally
He'll
had
protect
to-
it for you.
Yeah. I literally. Well, see how much I was in for this. I literally, when I was on a gaming stream back in February with Will Classification, you might have seen some guys in the chat. Carlos, he legitimately offered me $4,500 there that night if I would sell him my Catwoman. And I told him,
Dude,
Dude,
you
I have a
should have
Catwoman
taken it.
available if someone wants it for $4,500.
yeah. Well, I don't.
I have one
do it
right now.
anymore.
Who wants
Yeah.
it for $4,500?
Yeah, I turned him down because I said I
Oh
wanted
my
the
god!
tattoo.
Why?
Oh my!
You could have got the Justice
God.
Buster and something else.
You could have gotten.
Because I
You
want
could have
the
gotten another
tattoo.
Catwoman and $1,500.
Yes.
Well,
Like-
you know what I'm thinking about.
Like, no, that's my Catwoman.
Well,
Okay.
I wanted the statue, man. I
You
got
didn't get it and have money.
I know.
You
why?
could-
And after that, I got offered $4,000 for it, but I still didn't. I still turned.
Can
it down.
you
I got
send
my
those
$4,000.
people my way? Because I have
Yeah.
a Catwoman.
Well, fortunately, the guy who was going to pay me $4,000 actually tracked it down and got his actually before mine.
Fuck him.
And he did an unboxing video of it. Bob Dylan got it.
So what you're saying is is priced too low.
Oh my god.
I just want to be clear. The pre-order I have open and available is priced far too low. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, I don't know if it's on for that anymore though, because people seem kind of down on J&D. I've really seen like it. I mean, quote down. I'm not saying like I want to pay $2,000 for anything.
I can't believe people shit on the J&D Joker. I think it is the most amazing Joker to date. It photographs like shit, and I don't know why. I don't know how to explain that, but it is easily like I canceled my pre-order my Prime 1 Joker. The second I got him in, this is it. This is the peak of Heath Ledger Jokers for me. The only difference that I would want is if he had a laughing like character in this quality of him just like doing something fucking crazy. It is amazing.
Bring up one thing, maybe just for upcoming stuff or stuff that was just announced recently. It's going to relate that directly. Mike, John, had you guys, any of you guys had looked at the just announced Queen Studio? I think it's Queen life size 1v1 full size.
The Heath Ledger
of the Ledger Joker. Had you guys looked at that? I didn't. I know that was a big release of something that just got announced recently. That's current. I don't know, Josh. I wanted to ask you: is that something you're going to be carrying, or
no? So Queen Studios, I like their product, but I don't know if they. I mean, I do know, but like they just don't license for North America, and I'm not going to sell their stuff if it's not licensed because replacements are impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's far too expensive a product to not be able to have a fix.
Mm-hmm.
I think they do incredible work when it comes to their sculpts. This piece, though, he seems kind of skinny.
Yeah,
and I don't know
He's always seemed kind of skinny, even when they showed him, like I think last year or whatever that.
I think it is the best life-size Heath Ledger Joker to date. What like full body 1-of-1? It is the best one out there.
Yes,
that's that. For $12,000, it's not for me.
I personally like that bust they're doing.
I love the Infinity Studios Joker.
Yeah,
well, not the Infinity, the Queen bust. That
really?
They haven't, Mike. If you can find that.
Yeah, you're talking about the jail cell one, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thing with the life size Heath is like the Infinity bus is 4K. I don't see the value in paying 8K for legs and pants.
Right, and the Infinity comes with 2 arms and swap out clown mask life size and a knife.
Yeah,
it comes with props.
I'll be down with just a 4K and call it a day.
It's so cool. I've genuinely thought about and the base is detailed. The base has details on it.
Wait,
and
so
an LED
what's
function.
stopping you, buddy?
It's $4,000. Do I need a life size? Do I need a life-size Heath Ledger Joker bust
So you
and
get
a J&D Heath Ledger Joker?
You get that and you flip your J&D Joker. That will flip easy.
There you go.
Whoa. You think the life-size bust is better than the J&D Joker?
No, I'm saying if you want one over the other so badly and you only want one, then...
I love them both. What do you get rid of, right?
Then you don't. You keep them both.
Oh, fuck you.
You just keep them both.
If I had a gallery, this wouldn't be a question, but I don't. I have a 200 square foot room, a small wallet, and big dreams.
Your wallet's bigger than you say. It's fine.
You do have big dreams. That's what I love about you. Well, sell some of the anime stuff that you don't love as much anymore.
Yes.
That's what I've been doing. I've been selling anime pieces that I love but don't love enough to fund other things.
But I don't love the bust more than some pieces. Like if you asked me if I wanted the Nier Automata statue versus the J&D Joker life size
Nier Automata, no problem. Nier Automata,
exactly. And that's $3,000.
Can't argue that one. Can't argue that. Nope. Yeah,
There's
exactly.
just too many
Josh,
things coming out.
What Josh really means to say is he really is saving that 12K for that 1/6 scale Final Fantasy 6 deck.
Fuck no. That was the biggest
nobody-
upset release.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't
nobody's
even
gonna-
put it on my site. I was so mad.
Nobody did that.
I was so mad about that.
Sorry to bring up painful memories.
It's insulting. It really is. To all
So-
collectors.
Josh, you've seen this one before, right? Where
I
the
actually
back
haven't.
is like, oh, okay.
This?
So this was teased recently, maybe like a month or two ago. And now if you turn it around, you have him in the jail cell. There's like a light that hangs and shining on top of him, like a little dio. Dude, this is
Can I see
phenomenal.
that?
It's like the Walking Phoenix one. You know how they had the
I can't find
well
it
in
for
the
some
mirror
reason.
and putting the
See,
makeup on.
that's really cool, but how do you display that?
It has to be a centerpiece. It has to be
has to be a
somewhere you can see
centerpiece.
it. It's kind of like
And-
the Godzilla. You need to have the Godzilla. You can't really have it back to a wall.
Correct. So think about how many people are going to buy that. Think about an edition size, and because that edition size, think about the price. Is that a $4,000 Joker bust?
No, it's gonna be a little bit less than that. I
it'll
think
be less than that.
it's gonna be probably 2 to 3. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I
three
don't
probably.
know, man.
Definitely
Prices
three,
are
yeah.
high.
Nah, yeah, but the
Queen's
one thing
there,
Queen,
Pat.
yeah, the one thing Queen does well, and okay, not all the time, but I'd say
I was
maybe,
gonna say I'm ready to fire
know.
bullets here.
I know not all the time, but 75% of the time, I think that they do a reasonable job with cost. I mean,
They do. Honestly,
Like the-
their quarter scale statues are incredibly fairly priced and beautifully
Yes.
done.
yeah.
But I want to hear Josh fire his bullets anyway, because
Okay, yeah, fire the bullets. That's
Fire
why
your
not?
bullets, buddy.
I mean, I feel like their artist editions where you get the rooted hair.
Yeah, that last one was a bust. That was a dud.
Yeah.
And
The
I'm
last one, the Joker one.
concerned. I'm concerned that it's going from love and care for the collectors to how can we get as much money as possible, because it's starting to become a little consistent. I'm still waiting on a replacement 1/3 Joker body that they've been like working to get me on the prison scene. I've been waiting a year and a half. I still don't have it.
I forgot about that.
And that's actually like, and I've talked to John, like they're nice, they mean well, they're good people, but it's just left a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know if I'm going to collect personally Queen Studios in the future because of my current experience. But I also didn't buy directly from Queen, and it wasn't licensed for North America. So this is kind of my fault.
Yeah,
But they don't have to help me.
You need to go through a licensed distributor if you can.
There is
and-
none. None of their
Well,
stuff is
not
licensed
in the
North
United
America.
States. Not North America. You have to go through someone like Collectors Arc and Randy, who are licensed distributors in
Right.
Singapore. But he will take care of you if something goes wrong. I've
They're
got
not
all my
supposed to
Queens.
sell to North America though, so I wouldn't publicize that.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to be tricky because like that also then there's a risk of okay, can this be confiscated on the boat? Then who's out the money? Because if China
is that really a
Customs-
thing though?
It really is. I had all my Toys Era the Fiend and Toys Era the Auk were all confiscated in the U.S. ports.
Wow.
The whole batch. I refunded everyone, of course. That's not their fault, but it's my fault for trying to bring in third party. Now it's rare, but it does and can happen, and that's why I talk about you got to be careful. And I'm not saying there aren't stores that are totally trustworthy and they're going to take care of you, but like there's always that concern for me because now this is me getting heavily burned on a licensed piece in another country. So it's just it's left such a poor taste in my mouth.
So hang on, let me ask you a question, and this is my own ignorance, but is it because Josh, you have Comics Concepts set up as a licensed distributor as opposed to a reseller? Or as opposed to apparel import reseller.
So in the end, even as a reseller, where are you getting your stock and how many? Because at some point you're a distributor. You're not just a reseller. It's easy to say that you're a reseller, but you're not if you're bringing in 20 to 30 statues. You're a distributor.
Not bringing 20 to 30.
No, not you. I'm just saying in general.
Right.
And then the other side is who's getting you these pieces because they're not supposed to be, right? So you got to be careful with who you're selling to, because if someone goes to Queen Studios and says, this person sold me something and I live in North America and they get wind, you could have that entire line shut down because technically it's illegal.
Okay, hold on. I have a question. So, okay, you have a direct distributor and a store. So they buy the statues from the manufacturer,
Correct.
and then they sell them allegedly to people in their country or online. But what's to say that the money, they've already been paid. So Queen's been paid, Infinity's been paid. Why can't that person just say, okay, I'm gonna ship it overseas? Money is exchanged hands.
You haven't paid because that manufacturer has not paid for those rights. Therefore, yes, Queen's getting paid, so Queen can turn a blind eye. The distributor can turn a blind eye, but the licensor is not getting paid.
Okay, so kind of like a custom. So
it's kind of like a custom. Actually, I would compare it exactly to that.
Because there's no license, technically.
There's no license, so someone is not being paid what they're supposed to. Or that licensing is not available to that company because someone else paid the licensor to make sure they have those rights.
In that country.
Someone is getting screwed somewhere.
It's why we don't have any other companies doing Star Wars statues except
Correct.
for Sideshow here.
Because they bought the hell out of that license. So, and I'm not saying don't buy. That's not what I'm saying, because there are stellar resellers out there and it's hard to get product that you really want when it's not licensed. The problem is, well, when's it going to get licensed if you're finding a way to get it?
Very interesting.
And that's kind of the stuff we talk about because, okay, is there any reason for that company now to try to pursue the license if people are getting it regardless? And then you don't have to worry about replacement parts? You're saving a lot of money.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're starting to do that because the half scale is licensed. The half scale Captain America is licensed in the U.S. And then now they have a bunch of pieces on Sideshow that you're paying $300 markup for. But that probably covers the license fee. That's probably the fee.
Import and travel. Yeah, I mean that's what it costs to bring it to the United States. They're massive, dude. The Infinity Batfleck is 3 oversized boxes. That's going to be like $700 to ship.
Oh, I can't wait.
Easily. 800 actually. It's probably going to be around that. But yeah, I mean, and there's so much that goes on behind the scenes with the statue collecting. It's kind of amazing. And I try not to get involved in it because quite honestly, I'd probably quit the hobby. There's not a whole lot of love that goes on behind the scenes, and I'm all about the love. So,
this is why I got a roofie you, buddy.
What is wrong with you?
All about the love. It's all about the love.
That's what? You're going to roofie me? I'm going to get you a chair for your studio so you can take a seat.
Oh, jeez. Crazy.
Do a flip.
No, I've got statues. I've got Sasuke.
Look at that Sasuke. Look at that third party
Sasuke and Itachi right there. You have the same one.
I have the same one. See, I have no room to talk because all these Pokemon are third party, and I have the Sasuke, and I have Madara up there.
Oh wait,
but I took a risk.
Did your Naruto come yet, buddy?
The CW Naruto is I
Get it yet?
did have one. I'm still trying to figure it out because the shipping's $1,000.
So Josh, how have you handled sometimes then? You've carried some J&D, but not all of them have been well, not all of them have been though.
Correct.
Harley wasn't.
Harley was not.
And
Mara was not.
So you can't carry those, but how do you? I mean, because then customers might come to you asking you about those.
That's a good question.
So I try to point them in the right direction, but it's mostly I literally someone I have access. I can go get them, but I don't. I don't want to support that underground trading, and I don't want to put my other licenses at risk because I've worked really hard to partner with Sideshow and Prime One and other major companies.
Still able to carry most of them, so it's not like you haven't been able to carry any of them.
Correct. So, what would you in my position? Let's put it this way: would you rather carry some of the Queen Studios Alliance and some of the unlicensed J&D, or would you carry all of Prime One and be able to offer deluxe bonus to North America?
Prime One.
And I mean, and I'd love to be able to sell both. It would be great. I mean, that's money in my pocket, and then I can expand. I can buy more collectibles for myself. But it's just one of those things where I want to run an honest business. Like I'm not looking to start getting into shady shit and get myself into further trouble. I have a full-time job as it is. Like it used to be a few customers. It's a lot more now. And I don't want to jeopardize any of that or jeopardize anyone's orders or jeopardize any of my relationships. I have really good relationships right now with these manufacturers. They've worked hard. They've gone through the right channels to get their licensing.
This is my buddy Joshua Gordon from Magnum PI. He's got the Magnum PI shirt on today.
I don't have sunglasses here. This is actually a Nickelodeon 90s shirt. I love this thing.
Well, you know,
you look like Tom Selleck.
Well, at least you're not looking just like Arnold Schwarzenegger was looking like Master Roshi, as people were pointing out. You know, make sure.
You leave Master Roshi out of this. He's a good man. He's just horny.
Well, apparently so is Arnold.
Oh God. Oh boy. Mike, yes. There are certain Queen Studios pieces I do sell. So we actually offered the Loki life-size bust, and like a ton of people jumped on that, and I don't have it anymore right now. But
that's cool, as TIE Fighter.
That is pretty sick. But as Queen Studios starts to license more, we're working on the rights, and basically right now, as a partner of Sideshow, they're testing the waters to see how Queen Studios does with the bus. And they're discussing opening it to their retailers, including myself. So,
that would be nice.
If not with Sideshow, I still have options to get it from other people. But Queen Studios is still working on establishing how they want to distribute in North America.
Right,
that's
so
actually
that's
paying
a licensing fee now. Is to Sideshow? Is that why it costs more?
No, it costs more because you have to import it. So, like, everyone talks about this tax.
Hang on, how is Sideshow then getting around the fact that some of the pieces aren't North America licensed either?
They're now licensed. They just got approved.
Oh.
So Sideshow got approved for the license.
No. Queen Studios did.
So Queen just got approved for those pieces that are now licensed that are on Sideshow.
What I would assume is what happened, because Sideshow's literally the biggest distributor of everything in North America. What likely happened is Queen Studios went for the Polystone license so that Sideshow could distribute it and they could sell more numbers. Because again, busts don't sell as well as everyone markets it to be. I mean, it's a bust. So busts have never been heavy hitter sellers versus a 1/3 scale statue, a 1/4 scale statue. And the price tag is insane too. It's not that they're not nice, but there's supply and demand. And right now, there's a reason busts have low edition sizes. It's because they're hard sells. So they're not unlocking everything right now. And the best way to sell is through Sideshow. So they probably went for it thinking, okay, we can probably increase our edition sizes.
Kind of like this right here.
Yeah. So now this is now licensed for North America.
Yeah. I don't love this Venom.
You do not?
You said you don't?
It's pretty
Why?
Either. I'm not a fan either.
What?
I don't like that.
I like it better than the Carnage. I think the Carnage looks stupid.
Really?
I'm not a Venom person. That's why.
But
I don't like. There are a lot of people.
Sorry,
I think it looks nice, but I feel like half of Venom is his arms. You know
but
what I mean?
I love like the Carnage, the premium format statue coming from Sideshow. I love that statue. I think that looks perfect.
My current Venom piece is their Venom premium format, where he's like leaping over what's it called? That very dynamic pose. That is my Venom. I love that thing.
Lane, would you say that you like the Queen better than the Sideshow Venom?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of the giant size bust without arms. I don't like things without arms.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Okay. Now, people in chat, I am not saying that I don't think that like the Queen piece isn't a really cool piece.
Right.
It's not my preferred like format for stuff. Like when we talk about Infinity, one of the reasons, if Infinity were something more like they were super high scale but didn't have arms on them or something, I wouldn't even.
I would never consider Infinity if they didn't have arms.
Yeah, I just wouldn't even look at them because I'd be like, and even the Infinity bust themselves, they're just. I'm not like in love with them as much as I would be, even if it's smaller. like the Harley Quinn. I like the JMD statue better than the bust of her because I like the whole full body kind of the character with the full outfit and everything. But the Infinity Studios thing, I'm like, well, if you can afford it, I say if I could afford it and had space for that, or I could get both, I'd probably.
Let's say you're on the wait list.
What was that?
Did that say you're on the wait list?
I probably put it on the wait list a long time ago.
Why are you on the wait list? I've got one for you.
No, I know. I'm probably gonna get it too. I just have so much stuff.
I know Chris Batman stats.
And this is the wild thing to me. Like, there will be waitlisted product all day long on Sideshow, and people will be like dying to get on a wait list. I'm sitting here with Infinity Studios life-size Batfleck busts that are going for $5,000 on eBay, and I have them for retail right now for pre-order, as I have a container coming in. And I find that mind-boggling to me.
I find that confusing.
When is this coming in?
Well, no, because Josh, a lot of times people put themselves on waitlists on Sideshow because if they change their mind, they'll get it back.
That's true.
That's true.
That's number one. And number two, some of them who do that are really big Sideshow supporters, and they have a ton of points. So they put themselves on waitlists knowing that even if it converts and they don't want it, they just don't have to take it, and they'll get their money back. And if they decide to take it, they usually have a ton of points to go with. So that is
you don't have to put any money down. I don't think.
Wait, I got
yeah,
one more
you don't have
thing.
to put any money down.
Still got to pay for it in the end.
I got one more thing. And Josh, I don't know if you're going to change this on your new site, but you do 20% down. It's so easy to drop 10%. It's still non-refundable, so you're still gonna. If I cancel, you still keep my money.
I know.
You know, not. Then again, I've screwed up on your website before, and you've hooked me up. So you're a nice guy. It's just 10%. 10% is just so easy. Why?
Do you know how much capital you have to put forward on pre-orders? So the deposit you pay doesn't even cover what I have to pay the factory to reserve that piece. So to put that kind of capital forward for a year or two without any return for that amount of time, you have to think about how much money you're technically losing by having it tied up as well. There's calculations in that respect.
That's what you meant. Okay.
So let me ask you this.
Yes.
How do you when it's time to do POs for stuff and you have to pay for it up front to get your allocation and your quantity. How do you gauge then? How do you gauge like roughly what you keep in stock? How many of each you want to keep in stock, and then do you buy low and then re-up later if you can still get it, or what?
So it's a little bit of all of that. So I track things like, for example, Berserk. I always invest early, quickly, because I feel like that's something I can always sell.
Yeah, right, those will always sell.
But there are people that buy stuff that doesn't sell well too. So it's kind of a game. You do your research. And the thing is, it's easier to invest when you have that deposit. I'm not worried about having 10% of the cost sitting versus 30% of the cost sitting, right? So, I mean, your question is more of like, how do you keep your business afloat for the time being? And that's where the hard part is. The first couple of years, you kind of are in debt. You're just like, I pray to God no one fucking cancels. Like for right now, I have about $100,000 in containers coming in, and I can't charge anyone for that because I don't want to charge them early. I don't feel that's nice or right. I had to do it for the JD Joker because it was so much capital, but it's just kind of like it's all about how much capital you can put down. And because Comic Concepts is a hobby and not a multi-billionaire corporation, I have limited resources. And I don't want it to get bigger than that because, if the worst part about my company is that you have to pay a 20% deposit, I think I've pretty much made it as a retailer. And I'm not saying
I was more thinking, my question was more from the standpoint of, all right, do I buy 4 of these busts thinking I'm probably able to buy 4, or do I just buy 2? And then if I sell 2, I can get I'll try and re-up, but then it's a matter of whether my distributor can give me any, at that point. And I don't know what rules you have with, or what arrangements you have with your people who are like, no, Josh, if you want this piece, you have to buy 10 up front or whatever.
So it's all of that. So certain companies require a minimum order quantity. Some are like, just place your orders as you please, do whatever you want. And some want your orders within like the first 2 weeks. So it all depends. I mean, it just comes down to me researching a bunch of stuff. Ooh, excuse me. I base a lot of my information on the first week of pre-orders. And typically, I will decide my stock and how many extra I'm going to get based on that first week. And I was actually talking about this in another stream. Hot toys and 6-scale figures are very picky collectors.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That being said, right now there's this new craze or whatever you want to call it of I will not day one pre-order anymore. That's the new movement. I will not pre-order anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So my response to that, and I said it live there and I'll say it live here. You don't have to pre-order. That's fine. But I'm not going to order stock for you then, which means that product may not be in stock when it comes in a year. Yeah. And people are like, no, it's totally going to be in stock. No, it won't, because you're used to when Endgame was the hottest thing and they produced 800 times the normal like order quantity, thinking they'll just unload it for half price when they're end of the line. But if retailers are not ordering, that edition size is set based on those orders. So if you're not pre-ordering day one, I'm not pre-ordering day one. Because I'm not going to put in a bunch of money to have a bunch of stock. I mean, the greatest example is, the Batman Batcave Hush. It is one of the coolest Batman out there, in my opinion. And I think a lot of people would agree.
Yep.
However, and I don't mind saying this because, it's out there. When it came time to collect money and ship the Batman, and the shipping was reasonable, 80% of my orders canceled. What? 80%.
Okay.
So all these orders that come in, people are done pre-ordering because they're worried about canceling. Now I'm stuck with all these Batman Batcave Hush because nobody wants to order now. They want to wait for other things to come in stock. It's just kind of like, okay, well, that means I'm not going to invest in pieces. So all these people that hit me up are like, ooh, it's on waitlist. Is it going to restock? Can you hit me up first if it restocks? No, because I don't have any more because nobody pre-ordered. And that's just kind of the direction the hobby's going right now. We're going to start seeing lower edition sizes, and we're going to see a lot of people going, I don't really want to pre-order. Well, that's fine, but then you're going to be paying 2 to 3 times the price when it sells out. Look at Berserk. Berserk always has low edition sizes because the demand is always low in the beginning. Always. Nobody pre-orders day one on Berserk. I never understood it. I don't understand why, because the pieces are amazing and there's a massive following, but people do not pre-order day one, believe it or not. So they always sell out in pre-order. The edition sizes are low. They sell out in pre-order, and those same people order the same piece for 3 times the price a year later. And that's just kind of the trend we're going right now. And people who have been in this hobby long enough, they know it's cyclical. This whole movement of I'm not going to pre-order anymore then becomes, oh my God, day one pre-order. Oh, I'm not going to pre-order anymore. Oh, day one pre-order. And it's just, it's always going to continue. So my suggestion to people is, in this current market where people are saying I'm not going to pre-order, if you're a smart investor, you will pre-order your day one stuff because you're going to miss out on it when it does release.
Yeah.
I think I went way off track, but I hope that was entertaining to listen to.
No, I enjoy these parts of our conversations.
Yeah, I always try to be transparent. I like to educate people. It's enjoyable for me. So, and I love I'm reading all about these forums, because if I typed up something like this on a statue forum, I'd probably be ripped apart and burned at the stake.
Probably.
Let's be real here. But there are a lot of people that do want to hear this because they actually take an interest in the hobby and they're not worrying about flipping.
The other thing too is I think if you're really invested in this hobby, as at least we are here because we spend too much here, you kind of need, like, the first thing I learned about this hobby when I first started, I didn't really learn. I focused more on like getting to know the distributors, getting to know my retailers, and freaking learning about logistics and how to get something out of China shipped on container, or what company I can go with, or like I went down the rabbit hole of trying to find out how can I set up a company based in China so that I can get a lower shipping rate outs to get it out of China, like shit like that.
Cancer.
It's ridiculous. And my point is that like if you're this deep in the hobby, like you need to know these things just so you can make
research.
You need
Don't
to do
go
research.
with the masses.
Exactly, and you need to know like what are you getting yourself into, and like how much are you spending? You know, like I don't know. I've always been very interested in the whole logistics and the business aspect of the hobby, and so that has probably captivated me more than the hobby itself. You know, obviously, I do not want to be a retailer because I don't think I can handle customer service. But it is more fun to live vicariously through Tom Selleck over here.
I'll tell you stories, baby.
I know, baby. You're so good to me. You're so good to me. That's why I'm gonna roofie you.
And it's crazy because here's a story. I mean, literally a couple weeks ago, there were 2 different customers I had to cut off from pre-ordering because the reality was, and this is another thing, we're getting out of a pandemic. This is a weird time. Everyone had stimulus checks. This customer pre-ordered so much from me and started canceling most of their stuff.
Oh my
and
God.
Then kept pre-ordering again and canceling and pre-ordering. And for me, sure, I get to keep your deposit, but I also have to pay for that stock when it arrives. I had to stop someone from buying from me because some of these new collectors coming in don't know what they're getting themselves into, and they don't realize like a deposit's really easy to put down. Paying for the piece when it comes in is an entirely different story. Yeah. And that's kind of my counter argument to the 10% deposit, or there's no deposit when you have to pre-order. No matter where you pre-order, there is a fee for cancellation. Let's start with that. Don't be deceived. The second thing is, yes, you're putting 20% down now, but you're paying 80% when it comes in versus 90%. And that can be quite a bitch when you have a container come in with 3 different pre-orders of yours on it. And I've seen people have to cancel pre-orders based on what they love more because they couldn't afford what came in, because it's incredibly unpredictable. There's all kinds of logistics in this hobby. And as Payne said, it's fascinating. But I think there are a lot of new collectors that really need to be educated on how this hobby works, because they're going to get burned. We all got burned at some point. I've been burned. I'm sure all of you have, and if you haven't, you will.
And I'm gonna say out something real quick as it's just a small little pet peeve, because I think no, it's not about you, Josh. But guys, if you're going to get into the custom game, you need to know there are rules that exist for a reason. There are unspoken rules, and you learn them one way or another. And I'm not trying to be like trying to tell people like or shut people out, but the truth of the matter is, those of us who know the custom rules were brought in by somebody, and there's a reason why there's all this. It's not secrecy. There's just certain things that you don't talk about. It's like Fight Club, and they exist for a reason. And it's very simple for you. It's very simple for you. I'm going to boil it right down. You like it or you don't. If you don't like it, no one's putting a gun to your head. You don't have to buy it.
Get the fuck out and stop talking about it. There's a lot of privilege coming in lately.
Yeah.
A lot of privileged people coming in.
Yeah, it's annoying. And, you know, it's like, don't hit me up and say, hey, give me info on this custom piece. You know I can't. Like, stop.
It's not custom, it's fan art, and it's not
whatever. Right. But you know I can't give you information, so don't try and even play that game with me. Like, I can't do it. All right? I'm in a lot of groups, and guess what? There are rules, and I can't do anything about it.
You can trust me. You can trust me.
That's how it always goes.
You can trust me.
No, baby.
What you say won't leave this chat.
You guys.
I'm gonna roofie, buddy. I'm gonna roofie.
And like the next day, it's on a forum. This guy told me about this, but I can't.
Yeah. And then I get in trouble. Yeah. No thanks.
Oh God, I love this hobby, man.
Yeah, you just love the crazy characters that come with it, like us.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I love Moon Knight. I absolutely love Chaos.
Moon Knight was great.
Moon Knight was stellar.
I'm getting.
I like Mr. Knight a lot.
Are you?
Awesome.
Dude, I just got my first ever graded comics. I got Moon Knight's first solo comic, and I got such a good deal on one. Like, I did like an eBay offer, and then another offer was accepted. So I ended up with the same comic in 2 different grades for like great. Here, hold on. I'm Send it.
Are you gonna get it? You gonna get it?
I'm going. Hold on.
Mm.
Yeah. Look at that.
9.2 and a 9. That's
Dang.
good for one of those.
Look at
That's
that.
an older one.
Oh
Oh,
wow!
I love it. I absolutely love it. I was gonna get Werewolf by Night number 32, but like, A, I don't know Moon Knight well enough to spend $4,000 on a comic, and
Wow.
and B, it's $4,000 for a comic.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's your Joker bust
Minimum.
right there.
That's a
your
Joker bust. I'm
Yeah.
happy
Yeah,
with this. I'm happy with these.
That's some other collector guys have been trying to get me into, like, sending off stuff to get graded
Don't
and
do
stuff, and I was like,
It's
I've
dangerous.
already got a stack of 4.
It's so dangerous.
Wow.
I'm so I've been like bit by this. Like,
Yeah, no, well,
spending
I
money
got
buying.
I got enough stuff coming ready to. I think I feel like the low man on the totem pole right now, but I already got like 5 statues on order and about 20 hot toys. So I think I'm pretty good.
That's the
Wow.
other thing. How do you guys, and chat can also chime in on this, how do you guys keep track of your orders so that you don't overdo it? Because I am a victim right now of overdoing it. I was like, I'll get one here, I'll pre-order one there. 2 years down the road, you have 30 existing pre-orders for $1,500 statues each one, and you have no idea when they're coming, but they're coming soon.
I don't know about you guys, but I've been on a spree lately. Like I had 36 pieces and I'm now down to 22. I've sold about half of my collection to make room for all the things coming in. But
Nice.
most of the time I've also been selling things that just recently I've been focusing a lot, and I realized there are a lot of things that I actually don't. It's like Josh said to me the last time we were in a show together. He said, I was like, yeah, I like it. And then he's like, are you going to buy it? I'm like, no. And he's like, well, you don't like it. And that's exactly what happened. I started realizing like that Hush Superman that I basically gave to Mikey for a good deal. I like it. I realized after owning it for 6 months, I don't actually love it. Like I don't really have any.
It's
connection.
not your thing. It was hype.
It was just not my thing. Like just like I realized like I don't own any Batman statues because guess what? I actually don't like Batman statues. So it's just But so anyway, I've been selling and focusing my collection and paring down. So I've made a lot of changes to my spreadsheet and everything. And I think I'm in a good place now. I have the POs to a decent amount that is way under where I was before. So, and then even with space, I got a module cases coming. I should be in a good shape. I just need to sell about another 3 pieces or so, and I'll be all right.
Oh, the Maji case. So wonderful. So wonderful.
Oh man.
them.
Hey,
I
I
love
didn't
them.
realize this. We're talking about like pre-order selling out. The Bloody Nightmare Guts Berserker.
Yeah.
Dude, you're sold out? Sideshow is
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Sideshow is almost gone, and I checked a couple other places, gone.
So
And actually,
I will
Prime
say
One's
this.
on waitlist. Yeah.
I have a secret stock because I predicted this. Everyone was like, there's too many. I don't really like the bloody. There's already... Well, guess what? This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is actually the perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Everyone who loves Berserk doesn't want to pre-order day one. Then all of a sudden it's sold out. Now they're willing to spend $2,000.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I just was looking for I was just curious looking at the POs.
So I did sell out, and right before Prime 1 sold out, I ordered another batch. So I just haven't made it available. I'm waiting to make a lot of things available for when the new site launches, kind of like A, to celebrate, and B, it's a great way to test sales.
Yeah.
To see if things are bugged. Obviously, there will be beta testing before that happens, but yeah, I mean, that piece is going to be gone very shortly.
That's definitely going to be gone.
I may need one, Josh.
You're going to need one?
I need one.
I will absolutely hook you up after the show if you need one.
Yeah.
At retail.
I don't have one yet. I've been looking for a bit.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you collect Berserk?
I'm newer to Berserk, kind of like Mike is.
Okay.
So
we're going to treat this.
Yeah.
We're going to treat this like a sale right now. This is the same thing I do with every friggin' person.
Yeah.
How much are you into Berserk? Do you have any statues?
Not yet.
Okay.
But Berserk is one I would like to have at least one. You know,
Okay.
I'm not like go down the line. I need multiples.
There it is.
I would like to have one representation.
Oh, I know.
There it is right there, and I already have the piece for you.
Okay.
You're going to be getting the Rage 1/3 Guts the Black Swordsman.
Yes,
And that's all you need.
That's it.
That's it. It's
Mhm.
not out yet. It's going to come out, and there's going to be a bonus version with an unhelmeted head sculpt. That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
That's
If
the
you
version I'm
want
gonna
one
get too.
piece, that's the one. If you
Okay.
want multiple pieces, like I have multiple pieces. If you want Black Swordsman, if you want one Griffith, you know what I mean? That's a different story. But if you simply want one Berserk piece, that's it.
Yeah.
And you know, that's different for everyone. Like I could also say the same thing about the Guts, the Black Swordsman 1/4.
Yeah.
That is an incredible piece. That could easily be the only Berserk piece you have. It's not a Berserker armor, but it's still, in my opinion, still the best release of Berserk. It is the best piece in the release. I don't see myself selling mine. I just, even though I have the Guts 1/3 Black Swordsman, the Guts 1/4 just has so many references in it and so much artistic detail. And the price, even though like I sold my last one for $1,900. Even at that price, I still feel it's a better deal than most of the current pre-orders that exist for retail. I mean, Mike, you're going to realize it's a massive piece. This thing, and I'm trying to think if I have anything that I can compare to. Do you have a J&D Joker, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. Imagine, I'm literally measuring it, 4 of them lined up next to each other. That's the size of the Berserker 1/4, or the Guts the Black Swordsman 1/4.
Holy crap. Okay.
It's
That's
huge.
massive. That's
The
massive.
base is massive. Well, maybe 3. I'll say 3. It's absolutely 3, maybe a little more than that.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's a huge piece.
Damn.
You don't need, like, it just depends. So, like, what I would suggest is before placing any pre-orders, or maybe place a pre-order and then start reading, and then, of course, you can always give it to a collector that may want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than, don't ever cancel anything. Don't piss your deposit away. There's always someone that wants your stuff. So that's what I would suggest. And like even me, I'm still reading Berserk. I'm reading it based on the deluxe releases. So I haven't even gotten the Berserker armor yet. So I used to have the Guts 1/4 Berserker armor, but I have no connection to it. So I sold it.
Yep.
So don't buy because of FOMO. Unless you feel you can get your money back.
Which I feel like on most of these, you're probably going to get your money back.
You're going to get your money back, and actually you're going to make money. But in general, though.
That's a good point.
But yeah,
Very good
anything
point.
Prime 1 Berserk you need, I'll hook you up. I'll help you out.
Anything else that you guys want to kind of talk about, or things that you want to bring up? Payne, Josh, Lane, John?
I've been talking a lot. Is there anything chat wants to talk about? Like anyone who's actually been watching, like, is there anything you guys want answered, or?
Yeah, let's see if anything
Chat's
comes
just
up.
been listening to us.
Yeah,
Chat's
but
been-
they're part of the community. Maybe they want to chat about something. Maybe they have questions for us.
They didn't drop any. That's all I was saying.
Well, here, I have a question for you guys. So
Okay.
in general, like this is an issue I'm facing right now. So I've been trying to sell a statue for like over a month now. It's one I need to probably sell here in a reasonable amount of time because I intend to use the money to help pay for a different statue that I have on pre-order. One that I recently did from John. And it is one that I have not been able to move for Jack. And I have actually dropped down the price to about what I paid back in 2017 for it.
What is it?
It is a premium format sideshow statue of the cheetah from 2017.
What are you selling it for?
$375,
What did it retail for?
$399. But
So-
sideshow premium formats are very hard to move right now. I see this very commonly often.
Yeah, because
I
they're
have
not
a
worth
question.
shit,
Because the edition sizes are massive,
and
and
they're not worth anything.
I have
It's
another
not that they're
question.
not
Where are you
worth
trying to
anything.
sell it?
yeah. A, where are you trying to sell it? And B,
Mostly on some different Facebook groups.
do you absolutely have to sell it right now? Because it's kind of the worst time ever right now to sell pieces.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
if it, well, it
If
is
it's
a lot of
something,
money.
Yeah,
but you're
it's
also
something-
taking a big hit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm needed to help pay for something that I've already a statue that's me.
I mean, I've been selling a lot, and I've been basically taking hits. I've just been
Sell it
dropping
for
the price down.
$325.
Like, just in general, I'm used to. I mean, I've sold tons of hot toys.
Yeah.
Mr. Bob Dylan likes to make jokes that I've sold a lot of hot toys.
I'd sell it for $325 and see how it does. $325 seems fair. It's not a terrible hit. It's not the greatest, but make them pay you friends and family.
Yeah.
Plus shipping.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I was trying to do pickup because I don't have the original shipper, but that's because
that's the hard part.
Yeah.
$325, and it's the local pickup that kills it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just. I mean, I would have to have them paying for boxing and stuff like that, or something like that. I was going to do it, and it's not a small.
Well, why don't you pay for boxing at UPS, or find a box that's pre-made maybe online, and you can maybe put filler in it, and then you can sell to the rest of the world.
Yeah,
it's true.
Well, I've switched.
It might be worth the investment rather than taking like $100 hit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I already switched it over, so it's both now. But I did that like over a week ago. So I was wondering more in general, how do you guys handle when you're running into problems where you have a piece you need to sell, but you're not having much? I haven't really. This is the first time I've run into a problem. I mean, I sold all my statues that I owned except for that one last year without too much of a problem.
So I mean, it's tricky because like for me, I refuse to sell pieces at a loss. That being said, obviously that's not always doable, but I mean, it depends on the timing. If you absolutely need the money, it doesn't really matter what kind of hit you take.
Well, I'm also trying to clear out box space too.
Right. So like at that point, do you care how big of a hit you take? I mean, obviously you want more bang for your buck, but like it sounds like you're A, pressed for time, and B,
maybe pressed for time. It depends if it gets delayed, but it's one that's supposed to release between July and September.
Bob
in that
Dylan,
case, you should invest in a shipper and just sit on it and stay firm.
What lady statues, Bob Dylan? Just to put in context, what statues I own. That's the up there is the cheetah that I'm trying to sell, and I have Moff Gideon that nobody wants from Sideshow right now. Those are the only two larger scale statues that I got. I'm cleared out a whole bunch for the stuff that I have coming because I'm like, at one point, like 20 some odd years ago, when I was in my early 20s, I had like 40 statues at one point.
So what would you sell it for on eBay? If you put it on eBay, what would you sell it for?
Yeah, probably $350.
Okay, so after fees and everything, you would make $315.
Yeah.
Sell it for $315 locally.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. Do that.
I mean, you named the price. I'm just telling you what you were willing to get out of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if $375 is not working, $315 is what you're willing to take.
Yeah.
Dump it for $315 and call it a day.
Yeah.
And if nobody bites, invest in a shipper and then raise the price.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And open yourself out to a different market. That's just my opinion. That doesn't mean it's right or wrong. That's just what I would do.
I agree with Josh. I think that I've been selling a lot of stuff recently, and Facebook is kind of hit or miss. And at least the thing that's cool about Facebook is you can get references. Most of these people, we kind of know each other, and we could be like, hey, yeah, I'm friends with John, and but Facebook,
I've been trying to avoid eBay.
Okay, well that's where I'm going. Whether you like it or not, and hate me for it, but I have a ton of success on eBay. And
I've sold a lot on eBay too.
Yeah, and for the most part, I know scams exist, but scams exist everywhere, and I know that eBay pretty much doesn't support the seller whatsoever.
Correct.
But the cool thing about eBay is if you look at eBay prices for hot toys or statues, they're usually ridiculous. So I always go into the sold listings and get your average, and then I'll pick on the one that I think looks good, and I'll just sell one like this, and then I'll just lower the price just a little bit. And I've sold things so fast on eBay, and you take a teeny little bit of hit compared to maybe like Facebook, friends and family, or whatever.
13%.
Little bit, So I would have made $15 more if I sold it on Facebook, but I sold it in one day. I'm always simultaneously listing things, Facebook and
I have in the
eBay.
past too.
Yeah, and it's and I'd say 75% of the stuff is selling on eBay. And again, I'm maybe making 15% less. But the money's there. It's gone. I have a good eBay reputation. And done. It also it's the market right now of what's popular. So I've been posting a lot of stuff, and I've got all my Star Wars stuff always gets hits. I have guys hitting me up for 501st Clone Troopers all the freaking time, and now it's gotten to the point with a couple of guys where they just do it for fun because it's hilarious and they know I'm gonna laugh at them. But Spider-Man stuff, Marvel stuff, you have to sell them for almost nothing, and I'm okay with that because I'm okay taking a hit. I'm okay just making someone else happy. And that's part of when I sell. I sell, and most of the people that I meet or that I'm friends with are people that I've sold to. It's kind of cool. So it's sort of like a goodwill building thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, but I've had a lot
John,
of success.
John, what do you do? John, how do you do it?
As far as what? Like my personal stuff?
Yeah, you need to move
I bought some of John's personal stuff. He sold it before.
I don't panic. I'm patient. I'm more Josh's thinking of I try not to take losses,
Yeah, well, trust me, it's not at the top of my thing I wanted to do, but I also want to be able to pay you, and when you're trying to tell me, hey, you need to come, I need my 900 large. And
mine's more of a space issue thing, where I gotta move some
space too. That's partially that. It's kind of a combo meal. I mean, at the end of the day, if I can't end up selling it, I'll just keep it.
Exactly.
I don't have
if you're never pressed for money, don't rush a sale. And during these times, you are in probably what is one of the worst times to sell statues in the hobby in the past 5 years.
Yeah,
which is fine, because it is going to bounce back. There's going to be demand again. Of course, it's going to bounce back. But I mean, if you're not pressed for time, and this is not an absolute must that has to sell, don't sell it. Don't budge on your price. If you desperately need the money, drop it till it sells. Swallow the hard pill that you're going to lose money and be done. It's just.
Well, I've always been the mindset for something like that. I bought it 5 years ago. If I have a harder time losing money if it's something more recent that I bought than if it's older. Because I'm like, that's money I spent a long time ago. I spent that 5-6 years ago. I don't consider that
for me,
same thing as money.
For me, it's a little bit different. I mean, I do sell videos when I sell a piece.
Yeah.
But for me, when I go through the time and I do all the videos and edit it, I mean, it takes some time, but it's not as bad. But by the time I post the video usually, and I usually offer it at a decent price, like, I mean, it's usually around retail. I don't really go too high or too low because for me, it's just space and I really want it to go to somebody who enjoy them. So usually for me, because I already put the video on, my shit usually sells either the same day or a couple of days or a week or maybe a week or a couple of weeks at the most.
It'll sell.
Yeah.
And it'll be surprising when it does.
Crying out to stop. Snorting always kicks like a mule. I love Bob Dylan.
That's pretty good.
Awesome.
Jesus.
Man,
oh my God.
I've already been. He's been giving some of me.
Sideshow says not to do that though.
Sideshow says not to do it. Is it in the FAQ?
I'm pretty sure that's a warning when you have to destroy a piece. They say, please don't snort it.
I think on that note,
I think that tells us we've been going for a while.
Yeah. Hey, someone who's watching this in the future, Josh McCoy, he's a good guy. Get this PO before I do. If I didn't get pains, I was considering this. But anyway, help him out. He's a good guy. Let's start to wrap it up because I know we all have to work in the morning, except for Josh, probably. So
I put
first
my
of all,
time in.
You do. That is true. So first of all, I just want to thank our normal panelists, of course, John, who second week in a row with that Godzilla in the background. I've held off so far, and I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, good job, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Well, there's just
Restraint.
things that keep coming up. It's like paint Superman. There was another custom thing that came up that just dropped in my lap right before the show that I jumped on.
Ghost Rider.
So it's like anyway, I know. Sorry. Anyway, Lane, thank you for joining us. I felt bad. Lane was supposed to be with us last week, but then I forgot that we had Kevin. So I've enjoyed it. I think it was a lot of fun. And last but not least, thank you, Josh. I knew that coming on the show tonight was going to be a lot of fun, and I know Tuesdays are difficult for you. So I know that you reached out to me early this week, and you're like, "I'm coming on Tuesday." I'm like, "Damn it, I have someone else coming on." And then I reached out to that someone else, and who's a good friend, and I just asked, "Hey, is it okay? We have Josh on. Tuesdays don't work," and no problem. So I'm really glad that we were able to get you on, and you can see Josh has a lot of passion for the hobby. He is a very good. He has great customer service, and I've bought a bunch of pieces from him. My PO list is not long enough, but it will be over time. And he enjoys what he does, but he's also a professional, and I can relate to that, as most of us can. So this is not just it's a hobby, and we have other things going on, but he still goes the extra mile to take care of people. And if John approves of him, then I approve of him too. So because John also has
I need to hear it now. We're live.
Hey, I just bought something from you just a couple weeks ago.
I believe
Did you really?
Harvey then.
Just got it framed up. I had some points.
Oh, you bought that from me?
You're like the only one on the planet that had this, and I'd missed out.
Boba Fett wanted Dead or Alive. I know that print well. It's beautiful. Congratulations, man. That's the kind of stuff I need to see.
Okay, so for anyone
Bob
watching,
Dylan? What?
anyone watching this in the future, okay, we close on the show except for the after show.
I don't remember taking my clothes off, but I'm sorry.
I don't remember that either. I must be confused.
For anyone watching this in the future, check out Comic Concepts. They're gonna have a new website by the time you're watching this, hopefully. And their current website works great too. So Josh is a good guy. He's got good licensed stuff, great deals. But as you heard him, if you look at his website, they are good deals if you buy early. And based on our discussion that we had, now you know why. Okay, so get in there early. Make your investment, and then if you miss out, prices are going to be higher. And it's kind of the way it is, unless you have bro hookups or good buddies or people who have the pieces that you're looking for. So Josh, thank you again. And I'm sure this won't be the last time. Whenever you get a Tuesday off of the next year, just let me know.
Wait, Josh, when is the new website launch?
So right now, I just met with the team Monday, and we're going through a cleaner pre-order process. We're testing out the final parts of that. It could launch literally by next Monday. There are a couple things I want. So if you guys don't know, I was originally on Shopify a long time ago. A lot of things were breaking, went to Drupal. If you don't know what Drupal is, it's an extremely custom coding thing, but it's also like heavily dependent on the coder. One of them literally died. Like I genuinely believe he died. He disappeared without collecting payment. And the other one kind of screwed me. So then we moved to another thing. My other coder and the head of it all just had emergency brain surgery. So this is another coder.
Damn.
I pissed off God, and I'm sorry, God. So now we have a very special coder on it. He's the last one unless he gets hit by a bus. And I am watching the project very closely. I've been testing everything, and I'm actually going to have a few collectors who have been very loyal to Comic Concepts and reviewers go onto the site in the beta phase and test it all out to make sure it's ready for all of you guys. All of the points are going to come over. There's still going to be a loyalty program. There's going to be affiliate links and referral links. There's going to be calculation before checkout on estimated shipping, which I'm excited about. It's an estimate, but I think it'll help people a bit more.
That's cool. Yeah, that's
awesome. Looking at the images are going to be a lot cleaner. Everything is going to be cleaner. It's been a lot of work, a lot of money I've dumped, including personal money into this thing. I'm excited for it to be a really good experience for you guys. So just stay tuned for that. Be patient for a little longer. I'm sorry, because I keep getting messages every day. I'm sorry. And I stopped responding. So I don't. No, you do not. Your points are not disappearing. I literally have a spreadsheet in case everything goes kaboom. I have everybody's shit. Nobody's losing anything. Honestly, Upwork. So yeah, hospice job board. But yeah. So, and if you do ever purchase from me, just know I do my best to offer the best deals in North America. Offer bonus editions and deluxes. Shipping is nearly one of the cheapest in all of North America, and I have compared that to my competitors. That is actually a fact. The only downside is how long it takes to get here from containers, and that's usually for Prime 1. It takes so long, but it doesn't matter because you're getting the best deal, and you have QC protection on everything. So just remember that if you're a patient person, I genuinely believe that Comic Concepts is one of the best deals in North America as a licensed and partnered retailer of every single brand that you see on the site. We are directly partnered. So
hey man, I'm waiting for the Attack on Titan dollar. So there you go. So you know you got me on that one, bro.
I know I do. I got me too. I'm excited for it.
So I think that, with that being said, support Josh. He's here for you. He's a collector first. So let's support him. And any last words, anybody, for tonight before we wrap up?
Yes. Sure. Fine. Just one more thing. If you do purchase from me or not, honestly, we do have a Comic Concepts community group.
Yeah.
Is that a cat?
Yes.
That's awesome. And regardless of if you purchase from me or not, I welcome collectors into that group to brag about their collections, discuss their interests or ideas in the collecting hobby. It's not limited to just figures and statues. I want to see art, and I want to see all of that because it really inspires other collectors to want to, maybe get into that kind of collecting. So please, if you're interested, we have a Facebook community page for Comic Concepts. It's called the Comic Concepts Community. You're more than welcome to join, and you're more than welcome to brag about your collection. I encourage it. I want to see what you get purchased. I don't just want your money. I want to see you enjoy your shit while my wallet is fat. Okay? I need to see you have your stuff.
Double enjoyment.
I'm very transparent. I am not going to hide anything. I want to make money off of you, and I want to see you happy.
It's fair.
That's why I'm going to root for you, man.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I've been friends with you too long.
Jesus
hey, Josh,
Christ.
can you post a link to your community on our Facebook page in the future?
Absolutely. If I am allowed to, I will absolutely do that.
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. Yeah,
Cool.
might as well.
Yeah.
So, okay, that being said, we are rounding almost 3 hours. Let's go ahead and let's sign off. So again, thank you to our awesome panel here tonight. Thank you, Josh, Comic Concepts. We got Payne, we got Lane, we got John from Off the Racks, and of course, we got myself. You guys have a great night. Have fun.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening.
Bye.